Welcome back to the Tilt Express podcast. My name is Xander. As always, my co-host.
Drink.
I don't know why he keeps calling himself that. I'm kind of getting tired of it. And today, we have a very special guest. Somebody we've been trying to get on this podcast for almost since it started. Literally since it started. My friend Sam.
How are you guys doing?
How are you doing, Sam?
Pretty good.
How do
I
you
can't
feel?
complain. I'm very excited.
Yeah?
Very excited to finally
You
be
just
here.
hopped off the plane, right?
Yeah.
I got you staying in the spare room, so you could be here with us. It's a
Forever and ever.
I appreciate you guys having me over.
it's a special moment, man. We're
It
happy
is.
to have you. We're
If
happy
you
to
watched
have
that last episode, you'll know that we've already accomplished one of our resolutions of this year of having a guest.
Part one
We've
of
done it.
Part one of our resolutions, right?
No, one of the resolutions is have a guest. We did that.
Part
We're
two.
currently doing that.
Part two is that he's black.
Pause.
No, part two is to have a permanent third member.
Yeah. No.
Which
Part two is semi-permanent, as in like often.
think of this as your job interview, Sam. All right.
Yeah.
You're
All right.
interviewing for a position
Cool.
on the Tilt Express podcast, which newsflash, or it's no big secret. We want him to be our third permanent member, but
Yep.
it's just scheduling. We gotta, flight tickets are expensive, and I can't fly this man out all the time. I'm not getting enough in return for flying him out. So
Try not to breathe into the mic either.
yeah, just don't breathe.
Just
yeah,
hold your breath
don't
the
breathe,
entire
by
time.
way.
Yes, as you can tell, the mics are a little bit of a sensitive
Anyways, so
situation.
we're gonna start off with a little icebreaker, Sam. We do this on every podcast. I know you've watched the episode, so you know.
Of course.
Today's icebreaker is gonna be pretty cool. So, you're a supervillain, right? You have to plot world domination. How are you doing it? Okay, I'll go first.
You gotta go first.
I'll go first.
Go ahead.
Right. So I always think mind control. Right. I'm a supervillain, mind control. Because you can go and eliminate the population, right, in some crazy scheme. Or you could just control everybody and get them to do whatever you want. So I always think of Meet the Robinsons with the bowler hat guy.
Okay.
Forget his name. But he had the robot hats that all the people would wear. That's easily what I would go with. I don't gotta hurt people and I can use people to my advantage. That's perfect. I think that's exactly what I would do.
I think it's poetic that you forgot Goob's name.
Goob,
Yeah.
bowler hat guy.
My dog Goo.
Yep. So you would go mind control. So what's the super part about it?
What's the super part
Yeah.
about it?
My question is, do we have superpowers or do we not have superpowers? Do we just have super technology?
Because you know the difference between a supervillain and a villain.
Super-
Presentation.
Super. Oh.
That's Megamind for you right there, baby.
Me, by the way. Well, yeah, they're super. Man, I don't know, because superpower is kind of a cop out. You could just be Omni-Man, then it's I'll just slaughter everybody.
Yeah.
Or bend them to my will and my power.
Mine isn't that easy.
All right, talk to me.
So mine, if I do have superpowers and I'm a supervillain, you know my dog Fujitora from One Piece, for you One Piece fans out there,
Okay.
I have gravity as my power. I'll summon a whole meteor, just like my dog Fujitora, big enough to just hit the whole Earth. Whole Earth is fucked.
whole thing?
Whole Earth is fucked. Yep, that's it.
But where's your benefit?
Yeah, you have to have some sort of motivation.
I don't
what's
have
your
a
goal
benefit.
here?
Fuck this
You just
planet.
want everything to end?
Fuck this planet.
Damn.
I mean, it worked with the dinosaurs, right?
At that point, it's
There you go.
is it even genocide or is it just mass suicide in one go?
It's just mass suicide at that point.
What? No, you're good.
That's suicide. That's insane.
Yeah. Yours is a lot quicker than mine, though. Yours is just like that. Mine,
Yeah, bro.
I gotta go. This is what makes me the supervillain. It's all about presentation. I want to accelerate global warming.
This guy.
Think about it. Think about it.
So how do you feel about climate change, Nathan?
Climate change, incredible. Not a hoax at all. Totally not made up by the banks. Not a thing.
The banks now. The
We don't-
banks.
Yeah,
We don't got. We don't
That
got.
guy's insane.
Yeah,
don't
where
gotta
the
get-
Bex come
We don't
from?
gotta get into it.
Some
Yeah.
crazy
We don't
stuff.
gotta get into a conspiracy theory. There's supervillains. We have their superpowers, money, whatever. Different story.
Go lay down.
Imagine climate change is happening notably faster, right? What's the world gonna do? We have to unify. We gotta save the turtles. No more plastic. All of these things unifies people. And that's all I want. I just want global unity. And if we all have something to fight against or some cause to work to together, then maybe I'll establish peace by chaos.
Okay, so there's a root problem with that.
Uh-huh.
Like your entire plan banks on this planet and these people
Yeah.
and their ability to unify. And I don't know if you've noticed lately, brother.
Yeah. No, but you don't know how I'm gonna make global warming faster.
Oh, talk to me. How are we gonna make global warming
Let
faster?
me hear it.
Think about it. How do ovens work? They get hot, right? With the electric like little tubings.
Over time.
And then the fan inside
You have to
blows
preheat. So you
Yeah,
have to
you
preheat the earth.
You have to preheat the earth first.
No. It's already kind of warm.
Preheating to 395.
Something like that.
Okay.
But then you need the fan
How many
in the
minutes?
oven, right? To like blow all the hot air around, right?
Oh.
So what I do is put a bunch of windmills everywhere. Because windmills are wildly inefficient, and they're actually they're generating more problems than they are energy. They're wildly inefficient. They're like the most inefficient thing ever.
Someone throws one hard fart out, it's it.
That's
But
crazy.
now imagine I just set up a bunch of windmills all like back to back
There's
instead of like a farm.
One ass rip and it's over.
One ass rip, there you go, you accomplish your goal.
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying.
It's
That's
over.
presentation. That's why it's a supervillain.
I mean, bro, I don't know,
It's
man.
doable,
That's so dumb, though.
but it would work.
You know how long it would take you to cover the earth in that many windmills? And you think nobody's going to ask questions?
You ever heard of a good story in one sentence? The length of a story is directly proportionate to how good it is because it gives you time to develop.
I've heard of it.
You know what I'm saying? If One Piece was shorter, it wouldn't be as good.
He's already,
My boys talking facts.
he's spitting, but we're not even 7 minutes in, bro. You've already mentioned One Piece. Can you contain yourself?
No.
I mentioned One Piece twice.
You really did use Fujitora.
I was like, yeah, I'll just be
Oh,
Fujitora.
shit, we're fucking doomed. I'll just be Admiral Fujitora and just
Yeah.
gravity. I mean,
Easy.
See,
I
but
don't know. I think my world domination plan is way better.
what
Like,
would you even, okay, everyone's mind controlled. What would you even accomplish with that?
I just build my fucking empire.
Of what?
Yeah, boy. What are you trying to accomplish with an empire?
Like utopia?
World domination. Who the fuck cares about utopia? Nah, bitch. As long as it works for me,
So
whatever I'm feeling at the time.
so you just want everyone to do what you want.
Yeah.
And what is it you want? I don't know. I'm too indecisive.
Yeah, you want world domination, but what do you gain
The
from
only
world
things that come to
domination?
my mind, I'm not gonna say out loud. So
Okay, understandable. But like 8 billion.
I'll leave
people-
that to your brains.
8
You
billion.
guys decide. What would I do? What should Xander do if he had perfect mind control over the entire population?
Like
What should I do with my world domination?
realistically, like just like think about it through. All right, you have everyone under mind control. You get the house you want constructed in the way you want. You live the lifestyle you want. You have whoever you want around you. And then what?
And then what? I could literally do anything. I could stage wars for fun, for entertainment. Like, hello.
He could.
All right, there's
Okay.
a point. There's a point where there's like villainy and there's like sadism, right?
Okay, all right. I could, once the world is in a spot where I want it to be, or I've achieved where my status, I could release everybody. And then they all come to and they're like, holy fuck, they're in like a new world.
You-
It's like, imagine the brain fuckery. Everybody's like, holy shit, it feels like a.
So then, what if when you snap everyone out of the mind control? Do you think they'll rebel against you,
They'll rebel against you instantly.
or what's your plan?
Because you keep enough. Come on, bro. You keep enough of the people still mind controlled.
Oh, so
to
now
do
you're
your
just,
bidding.
So now you're just Thanos. You're just like indiscriminately choosing who is and who isn't mind controlled.
Who you keeping?
Yes, but I'm a super villain, bro. Like, I think my plan is foolproof. I keep half the population mind controlled, and if the other half of the population can unify themselves against me, bro, good on them. You know what? I did the same thing you wanted, and I got benefit out of it instead of the whole world burning.
Mine's quick and swift.
The world's not burning. I'm not reaching a point in climate change where we all die. I'm just accelerating it to achieve unity.
He wants the LA fires to
But
spread
it's
throughout
not-
the world.
We'll fix it.
I said it.
What do you say?
I said you want the LA fires to spread throughout the world. That's what you want.
I don't condone.
A recent tragedy turned into a joke. Huh.
Mm.
That hasn't been done before.
Keep in mind, he hasn't said no.
God is ass.
Does forest fires contribute to global warming? Let me think about that.
Or forest fires caused by global warming. We need to start there.
100%.
Or arsonist.
No.
Or is it all a government? It's a government psyops, right?
It's a go. Yeah.
Okay,
It's
okay. So it could be.
I mean,
But let's think. Can it just be like hot enough on a given day for just like leaves in the middle of a forest just to like ignite?
Well, have you ever taken a magnifying glass and like used the sun to like?
Does magnifying glasses naturally growing in the forest?
No, bro. But if it gets hot enough, maybe.
This guy.
The light reflects off of the cloud that's shining in some way.
mean,
No,
yeah.
I got it. It rained the previous day. Off of the dew off of every leaf, the sun bounces and reflects, and they all go to one spot and go. Pff.
This guy took science. I took marine biology, brother.
That's also science.
Oh.
That is a science, yes.
I feel chemistry.
I'm glad you told us the status of not only did you take the class, you also failed it. That's awesome.
High school or college?
High school.
What'd you take in college?
Science?
Good.
I don't remember. Wait, what'd you take in college for science?
Bioengineering.
Wait,
Just
actual?
kidding.
Okay,
No.
so wait, hold on, pause. So you failed chemistry, and you're like, let me go to even harder science. How'd that work out for you?
But
No.
you get to pick your science classes in college,
Yeah.
right?
Honestly, I don't remember what I
I
took
took the most
for
bullshit
science.
science classes.
What'd you take?
I was a business major. I took universe study of the universe and
Cosmology.
then
Oh.
I took universe
No, isn't
astrology,
cosmology like makeup?
astronomy.
Cosmology is
okay,
makeup.
okay.
Cosmetology.
Fucking English is so hard.
Cosmetology.
I took universal astronomy and I took solar system astronomy. Those are my two sciences to get my degree. They
College
fulfilled
is a
my credits.
scam, bro.
They fulfilled my
honestly.
credits, bro. My.
What does it matter your credits? Why
Yeah.
do your credits matter?
I
Yeah.
don't know.
You have to fulfill
I
science
had- I
credits
had
when
to
you
have
want to
science
study
credits.
business.
I don't know.
It's a scam.
All-
Why are you paying and
All
taking
I
those
can tell
classes for
you
nothing?
is that I took the same professor for both classes, and she allowed us to bring in a sheet of paper that we could write front and back for a cheat sheet on every test. None of the tests were cumulative.
You got it. Try again.
Cumulative.
Yeah. And so, bro, like, they were like 20 question tests. I got 100 on both of them.
W teacher.
Carried my GPA, brother.
W
That's
teacher.
awesome.
Carried my GPA.
Man, I wish the teacher gave me that. I would have freaking hit him with a Morbius strip. They would have never known what to do about it.
Morbius trick is crazy.
Bro,
I
actually,
said Morbius. I meant Mobius.
My
But
best-
it's Morbin time.
my best teacher experience. Yo, you think they'll add them to Marvel Rivals?
For sure.
It's-
We were all just really busy the weekend that movie came out. I'm
Everybody-
sure if it came out again, we would all go. and
everybody's
see.
gonna lock it in. It's Morbin time.
Yeah.
All the time.
If they
bro.
put him in for the meme alone,
Fucking
the game
A.
would like double in player base.
Nah, bro. That game is
It actually
fire.
would.
We'll come back to that later. My best experience with a like college professor was psychology in 101, I think was the course name or something like intro to psych. And this motherfucker before every test, his review for the test, he would show up, he'd start class like the review 15 minutes into the class, let everybody get settled, and he'd on the board, on the fucking projector, scroll through the exam.
Damn.
That's it. He would scroll through the exam, let it scroll slowly, and the review, send everybody home.
Was he a foreign teacher?
He was like Arabic American.
That man was
or,
trying to get
Middle
his
Eastern
ratings
American.
up,
He
bro.
was like mixed.
So he was
That
foreign.
man's rate my
Bro.
professor is a 5.
A straight 5. Also, he's who taught me about the flying spaghetti monster. Can I tell you what the flying spaghetti monster is anymore? No, but I know that it was awesome, and it's a flying spaghetti monster with eyes and meatballs.
This is a real thing.
I'm glad this is a fact that you just can't back up at all.
Is,
I can't back it up.
Is this a real
At
thing
all.
that I should?
Somebody go bring up like the explanation, whether it's you or me. Flying spaghetti monster and the explanation next to it. There you go.
Good.
Pause it so you can read it. It's a real religion and it's actual.
Oh, it's a religion.
Yeah, it's a religion where they believe in the flying spaghetti monster.
So my best
So-
college experience was also in a psychology class.
Uh-oh.
It was about what is it? She was going through like the different stages of life, so like baby psychology, child psychology, adult psychology, whatever. But the intro for the class, she had us pair up with a partner, introduce herself, and answer a few questions. But when we stood up, we would be answering our partner's questions out loud. We were like introducing the other person.
Ew.
One of the questions was, if you were a shape, what shape would you identify as?
Oh no. That question would not go well nowadays.
It wouldn't. What do you think I said, Sam? What do you think I told my partner to stand up and say? My shape is an octagon because this needs to stop. It was what a stupid thing to freaking tell all these freaking just out of high school kids to freaking say in front of everyone. She didn't think she would catch anything out of that. She was crazy.
How did the class take that?
How do you think the class took it? They all laughed because they thought it was funny. They all thought the same thing. This is horrible. The next
Bro,
person,
she take it.
huh? She laughed about it. She thought
Oh.
it was funny. She's like, "Oh, this guy's a clown." I'm like, "No. You very clearly didn't understand.
missed it.
You missed the octagon.
yeah.
This needs to stop." And then it kept going. The next person said, "I'm a circle because I'm simple." I'm like, "Yeah, this is exactly why this has to stop."
Yeah.
Horrible.
Wait, what kind of shape would you be, Sam?
Probably a triangle. Not gonna
Why?
lie. I don't know. I just like the pointy sides from the triangle, bro. To be honest with you,
Yeah.
Just-
No 90-degree angles.
just as simple
That's
as that.
crazy.
Damn, I kind of fucked with that.
just as simple as
I
that.
kind of fucked with that.
What about you?
Me? Probably like a hexagon of some sort.
Really, you,
Nah, bro. You built like a rhombus.
you strike me like a rectangle guy.
Are you calling me a fucking square, bitch?
I didn't say square, did I? I said a rectangle.
No. All rectangles are squares.
Are they?
No.
Not all sides are even.
It's
in
the
a
other way
rectangle.
around. It's the other way around. All squares are rectangles.
There you go.
So no, you're not.
You're
You're,
a
not,
fucking.
you're not a square. You're a rectangle.
He majored in geometry.
Did you?
No.
Good.
I actually
So
almost failed that class too in high school.
Hey, don't be
That's
afraid when you're talking sometimes to look at the camera. To
Okay.
like acknowledge that the camera's there.
I never do it, so don't listen to him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
I just don't want to break neck, you know.
Square yourself a little bit here so you're not breaking neck. No, too much.
I'm
Come this way. You're good right there. Oh, look who's coming. Who's gonna pay us a visit?
Later.
Now here's a question. What's the over under? Does she lay with us or lay with Echo?
Lace with
She's
Echo.
gonna come sit
She's
on my
gonna-
lap in a minute, bro.
Lace with Echo.
She might lay with Echo.
Sam, why'd you have such a hard time in school, man? What happened?
Bro, math is not it for me, man. Reading?
You failed math?
No, I failed
Geometry?
geometry. Almost
Geometry's
did.
barely even
Almost
math.
did,
It's
almost did.
shapes.
Almost did. Yeah, but then they start asking you about like how to solve this of a fucking corner of a shape, and I'm just like, what the fuck do you
Sine,
mean, bro?
cosine, tangent.
Yeah,
they do
bro.
ask you that in geometry.
You know what bothered me? Prove this is a triangle. Look at it.
Exactly. Exactly my point.
Oh, your eyes fucking working.
Yeah, exactly my fucking point.
It's pointy with three sides. Like, what do you want, bro?
It's that man.
Like
that
one
bothered
question
me
I
so
think was
much.
like, what makes the writing of a fucking square? I'm like, bitch, look at it. It's fucking at a right angle right now, all four
at it.
sides.
It's like asking, like, how do you know this is a tree? It's like, hello, because they taught me this was a tree. It's
Yeah.
just like, you just look at it.
I'm like, it's fucking common sense now. Come on.
Hey, fuck it, bro. I got 100 in geometry actually in high school. I mean, I took it in middle school.
like on an individual test or the
Oh,
whole
I got
class?
100, like a perfect score in the class.
You're an idiot. How?
I don't know. I was really good at geometry.
Did you just cheat?
No.
In my
Did the
defense,
teacher like you?
Yeah, Miss Bro
in my
loved me.
defense, I had a
Bro,
Haitian
let me think about
teacher.
who that is.
She was short, black hair, kind of like tannish. She was super nice. Her
I know what you're talking about.
yeah, her class was right next to Farmers. Farmers original class. Remember how Farmers original class? I fucking retarded.
Are you?
That's how you judge your own thought. You hadn't even said the confusing part out loud.
What?
yet. You were like, in the future, I'm
That's
gonna
not a
say
fair
this.
statement. I shouldn't use that.
I'm
That's the
really
question
dumb.
of the day.
We'll put a counter over here. Ding.
No, it was all right. It was. I think our English class. It was one of the classes closest to the main stairs.
Sure.
You go up the main stairs on the right hand side. Not the first one on the right hand side,
You
but
think
the
I
second
remember the
one.
layout of that school?
Hell yeah, bro. We spent 10 years there. I would hope.
10 years.
What grade did you start?
Fifth.
Oh, we both started in fifth? Yeah,
Yeah.
so 7. I
What's
thought
12
you
minus
did,
5?
brother, I thought that you had started in like
I did it in geometry, by the way.
I just thought it was K through 12. So I
No.
thought you started in like second grade or
We
something.
started with you.
We started at the same time?
Yeah.
Oh.
We were just in different classes. You were in Miss Brawl, and I was in
I
Miss
was-
Cabrera, I think her name
Miss
was.
Bro was not a elementary school teacher. She was a middle and high school teacher. I had
Can we stop talking about high school? Who cares?
Yeah,
I
bro.
had Miss Sterling.
Yeah, bro. Fuck
Bro,
school.
we were elite. You remember how we used to do like class versus class, like Oh, because you were in Miss Cabrera's class. We were
I think so.
neighbors.
Yeah.
We were neighbors.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to beat your ass every time we played like kickball or like flag football, and we had like a trophy in fifth
I
grade.
remember 5th grade.
I actually remember this. I don't know why it just came to my brain. I'm like my firing. Sam's just giving me the-
I'm just looking.
Damn. Sam just happened to be here, bro. He just wants a participation grade.
That was my best grade in school.
Participation. Hey mom, I did it today. I participated. Here's a medal.
Hey, mom,
to
I
prove
show up
it."
to school
Hey,
today.
that's more than me, bro. I was an AB student. I didn't participate for shit. You couldn't get me to talk in class.
How are you an AB student?
Yeah, I'm actually curious about that.
What do you mean? I'm smart.
Yeah, all right.
Are you?
I had a 3.7 in high school.
Chat, deem him smart or not smart.
Just anything but the R word, please, chat. Please, comment section, anything but the R
And
word.
the R word is not the hard R, guys.
Oh my god. Why did we go there? Anyways, let's segue. Somebody segue this. Let's
Yeah,
move on.
yeah. Fuck school.
You're as slow as molasses, bro.
Oh, bro, like, I'm sorry, 1980 wants their joke back, brother.
What do you think to do with the rest of the moles? Molasses?
You just fucked his brain right now.
Think about it. Mole asses. They remove the ass from the mole. What do you do with the rest of the mole? How do you even remove ass from mole?
Think mole tastes good?
Like the actual animal mole,
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what we're talking
I
about
would
here.
imagine
like a naked
they're
mole rat.
similar to rat, so probably not.
You think? I've
Yeah.
heard guinea pig tastes pretty good. And I would think.
From who?
Yeah, who do you talk to?
I don't know. I can't. That's a.
As a certified, I'm making this up moment. It came to me in a dream.
Oh, man.
That's in a dream.
It's a backlist claim. I'm sorry. I can't back that. I can't back that.
I
right
can't
now.
back
Let
it
me
up
get back
at
to you
all.
in 5 to 7 business days.
Wikipedia.
Who's beeping, bro?
The smallest beat from a car outside. Chat, please don't call him the R word. Please don't. That's awesome.
I'll have Matthew on the podcast one day.
Then can we use the R word?
Xander, I'm gonna ask you a question.
I thought my cousin Matt.
I'm gonna ask you a question. What made you think of Matthew in particular? No, you're not gonna answer the question. Okay.
I thought my cousin Matt.
That subject is off topic, off limits.
Subject is that's in the
Off
vault.
limits.
That's vaulted until he's on the podcast. Because the first thing he'll say when he sits down is exactly that.
Yep.
He'll be like, "Welcome," before I get even finished the intro. And I'm like, Matt, shut up, bro.
That's funny.
We were at the movies the other day. This is a great story. It almost makes me want to.
Before anything, what movie did you watch?
Lion King.
How was
Mufasa.
it?
Mufasa. I liked it.
I heard it was ass.
It's got a lot of
Also,
backlash. I liked it. Okay, people
also
are
had to compete with Sonic 3. There's no doing that.
Yeah,
people are saying it's ass because there is another level of music you expect from Disney movies.
Yeah.
Music wasn't there. But I liked the story. I liked getting to see like the Mufasa's upbringing and, how he became who he became.
like the origin story is what you like.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the origin story. The music was okay. There was like two songs I liked.
How many songs were in the movie?
Like 5 or 6.
Did you like the rap? I
Oh,
heard there
it's
was a
like-
rap in the
It
movie.
was dog.
Yeah,
Oh my.
Why on earth
I
would they put
almost-
rap in a movie about a lion?
Oh, dude, it was.
It don't make no
so
sense.
because they
bad.
tried to appeal to a younger audience,
Oh, there's a line. There's like a couple lines. I guess like the hook.
like a gang alliance.
No, the lines, like the lines in the song.
No, not alliance. Lions.
Oh, you're talking about lions. Lines.
The
Yeah.
lion who's saying the song had lines in the song, and every bar ended with "bye bye."
I'm seeing where you get confused now. Lions had lines. They
Lions
just-
had lines, and there wasn't a lions.
I was about to jump off the top of the stairs. I was like, I can't do this anymore, bro. This is so bad.
That's just an exaggeration. I don't like this.
It's like if a shooter walked in. It felt like a shooter could have walked in that moment, and I would have been like,
Take me.
That's
it was bad. The song was bad.
a horrible stance to take, bro.
I'm sorry. Anyways, but
We
the
love joking about tragic events.
Oh,
Awful.
man, it's so cancelable. It's crazy.
Who? How you gonna I got nothing cancelable, bro. You got it.
Anyways, but the movie is good. I enjoyed it. I did. The origin story is great. Now we were at the movie. We went to the movies, and we all kind of showed up a little bit late. We picked a 7 o'clock movie on a Thursday night. Tough ask. We went to the movies down here. My sister lives in Pines. Like, bro, tough, right? She beats us there, by the way. Everybody beats me and my cousin.
It's not that surprising.
Yeah, I'm not surprised either.
Okay, me, I'm late to everything. It wasn't my fault. It was actually my brother's girlfriend who was running a little bit late, and I understand.
Sure,
Okay.
blame the woman, huh?
I told you he'd be perfect because this is what we needed.
Racism, misogyny, lack of empathy for tragic events, disability checks. We're 4 for 4 right now. We're doing good.
I'm getting a little hot. I'm gonna be honest.
You're talking to the mic, fool.
I'm getting a little hot. I'm heating up. I don't feel good.
You gonna
So
start
the story
I
about
don't
you
feel,
and
I
Matt.
don't feel too good, Mr. Stark.
Anyway, about tragic events. You went to the movies with Matt. Keep it going.
So we all showed up late.
Yeah.
So first showed up my sister and her husband, and then showed up me, my brother, and his girlfriend.
Okay.
We got there in time to get in line and buy snacks.
Mm-hmm.
We bought ourselves whatever, chicken tenders, of popcorn, whatever.
When'd your cousin get there?
So my cousin, we do this thing. Everybody does it. Come on, let's be real. Where we buy our own snacks and bring them. And Matthew is always the snack guy. He's in charge of snacks.
Reasonable.
He's the right guy to put in charge of snacks when you really think about him, right? Like really start thinking.
You don't gotta think about it too much.
Nah, but you calculate the unspoken things, and he's a good snack guy, right? Thing is, he buys the snacks and puts them in my sister's bag.
What's the snacks?
He buys the snacks.
Okay.
This motherfucker's running late. Movie started at 7. It's 7:20.
Yeah.
We're standing. Yeah, credits are about
Trailers are over.
yeah, just about over.
Mhm.
We're standing outside the auditorium, but we were in the first auditorium in the movie theater, so you could see the front door.
Yeah.
This jackass walked into the movie theater with his ticket in one hand, a bag from Five Below in the other hand.
That's awesome.
He walked into the movie theater with the snacks in the Five Below bag, ticket in his hand. Shows it to the guy. The guy looks at the ticket, looks down at the bag, looks at Matt, and goes, You can't bring that here." He goes,
Are you okay?
the best part is in the hand with the Five Below bag, he had his souvenir cup that he bought from the last time he was at the movies. He was like, "Oh, I can't bring the cup I bought."
That's such a good out to that.
Yeah, that actually is.
That indeed is.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
That's not a display of him being dumb. That's a display of him being incredibly intelligent.
Yep.
Because how is a guy supposed to respond?
Yeah,
You
100%.
think he plotted that? You think that's what went through his mind? He didn't. You think he thought that the guy was talking about the cup? Or you think he thought, like, he definitely thought the guy was talking about the fucking cup.
Absolutely.
And just pretended
No,
the Five Below
100%.
bag wasn't there.
100%.
Matt is just
No.
a master of psychological warfare.
No, bro. Oh, my God.
The guy let him in after that, right? It
no, of
worked.
course not.
Oh man, I thought
the
it
guy
worked.
looked down at the Five Below bag and goes, "No, the snacks."
He should have said he has a
You can't-
disability. Maybe he would have let him in.
So he goes back to his car, drops everything off, sticks whatever he can in his pockets, comes back in. By the way, Brad's pockets were fucking bulging.
The same guy's just like, I don't want to deal with this.
Bulging. The guy lets him in, right? He leaves the cup, by the way,
Leaves
leaves the
it
cup.
where?
in the car,
Okay.
right? He leaves the cup. He runs to where we are. He gets into the movie theater and he goes, "I'm sorry, guys. They stopped me at the door." We were like, "Matt, we saw you walked in with a Five Below bag. What did you think?" He's like, "Yeah, I was just gonna tell him." And I was like, "Matt, you can't be doing that in public."
It's not a get out of jail free card all the time.
Shout out my cousin Matt. He's actually autistic.
Sometimes you get the free pass, though.
So he was like, "I was just gonna tell him I have autism," and I was like, "Matt, you can't just dump that on everybody every chance you get, bro." It's like,
It would have worked.
I mean, maybe if he goes, sorry, I have autism."
I think it would have
like,
worked.
Maybe it would have
If
worked.
I was the
but-
guy,
But Matt doesn't give, like, like you meet him and he's like, he's just a little bit
doesn't.
of a
He doesn't
thing
give.
is, right?
goofy guy.
The
you
thing
know?
is, right?
I'll give you. He doesn't give it, but when you have a conversation with him, you can kind of tell like something's wrong with this guy.
Yeah, there's like an amount of exposure time.
Yeah.
Is this? Nah, that's not it. Oh, it is.
Like this guy. This guy sat in the microwave for a little bit too long.
Can you get away with that? Is that allowed?
Can we get away with it?
We're gonna find out the hard way. The thing is,
This episode is gonna be fucking nightmare, bro.
Matt goes first. Oh, you're talking about the cup? That's
Uh,
some psychological damage. The guy's like, no, I'm obviously not talking about I'm talking about the bag. And Matt goes, oh, really? Are you sure I can't take it in? If Matt goes the third time, oh, but I'm autistic, the guy's gonna be like, I already said no
Go lay down.
twice. I can't do it a third time.
I
Go
mean,
ahead and go
I'm
in.
not gonna
It
lie.
would've
If,
worked.
if I was a guy and I
Lay
was the
down.
one who stopped Matt, and he told me he was autistic, I
Lay
would have been
down.
like, you know what? Go ahead, buddy. You already got it kind of hard.
I take this, bro.
Don't you agree with me, Nathan?
Oh, man, I'm sorry. I hope it's all in good fun. Well, all of our comments are in good fun, guys.
So the movie tried to lean more towards a childlike audience, but it's a movie about a character that the children could not possibly know about unless they watched the original Lion King.
And first, what
Yeah.
I didn't like about the movie is that they made it a live action. Like, why don't you just make it an animated film about, the
You want to know the
origins of
best?
Mufasa?
You want to know the best part about the movie? It is an animated
It
film.
is animated.
They call it live action
It's
because of
not
how it
live
looks.
action.
It is just a style. The whole thing is animated.
It's animated.
Are you kidding?
Yes.
Did you
No.
think it was real lions doing that, Sam?
It's not a live action, bro.
I saw the trailers for it, and they look like real lions. Obviously,
Right,
real
but
lions
that's just
can't
how
talk
good
or
that
anything.
animation has gotten. So it's animation made to look realistic, but it's not.
Have you seen an Airbud movie?
Yes,
Live action?
I consider that live action.
I mean,
Am I wrong though?
Compare Airbud to Lion King. Is Airbud live action? Is Lion King live action?
Both are live action. But Airbud doesn't speak.
Airbud is live action. It's the live animal.
Actual
doing the
dog is
behavior.
there, and obviously they're just like animating like him talking and moving his mouth and stuff. But the
Oh,
actual
so if
dog
you're talking
is
about
there.
that, then no. Then Lion King isn't a live action movie because actual lions weren't doing
Okay,
that.
when you take an anime and you make a live action, what happens?
What's the
You
difference?
use real people to play the characters,
Yes,
and then you animate stuff around them.
Have you considered?
There's no real lions in
I know
Mufasa.
that.
Have you
I
considered
know that.
what the two words live action mean, especially together?
Yes.
Okay, I'm glad you considered it at least.
I've considered it.
I'm
I've
glad you thought about
considered it.
at least.
You thought
I've
about
considered
it?
it. I've thought about it.
Okay.
Like Airbud is a live action movie because the actual dog is there
Yeah.
doing all those actions.
Well,
Some of it, unless they get a stunt dog or someone in a suit.
being able to do the backflips. They just get a stunt dog and do the tricks.
It's still live action.
No. But no. So it's just a golden retriever, right? But they have to get different stunt dogs for different movies, right? Because one movie he does soccer, the other one he does basketball. I don't even know how they got the baseball one. How do you train a dog to do baseball?
I don't know, man. That I love the Airbud movies when I was a kid.
Classic movies.
I have all of them on VHS somewhere. All of them, brother. I just aged myself.
It's not that bad, bro.
Yeah, it's not.
VHS, bro. There are people in this world that don't know what a VHS is.
Yeah, fuck them.
There's people who don't know what a CD is.
Yeah, that is 100% true.
Damn.
There are children now who don't know what a controller is.
Or a cassette.
Okay, well,
Cassettes
because that's
are-
obvious.
Cassettes are like VHS.
Yeah.
Like that's like fucking 80s.
I was
and
watching a
90s.
story of a guy explaining like he was running like a game corner in a con. He had a keyboard and mouse on one computer, and he had a controller on another computer. A lot of people couldn't figure out the keyboard and mouse because they're just younger. They just maybe don't PC game. Fine, understandable. Let's put a controller there. The children that would come up would push the controller out the way and start touching the screen to see if it would work.
That's what this generation has come to.
That's
Yep.
crazy. That's
Exactly.
crazy. Let's not go down that road.
Can we agree that not everything has to be touchscreens? It's so
Yeah.
annoying that everything
Yeah.
is moving to touchscreen.
I can agree.
I agree.
It's
I agree.
frustrating.
I can agree.
Think, okay, hold on.
Give me buttons.
I'll tell you this. I think 2-in-1 laptops are fucking genius.
Incredible.
I can agree with you on that.
Incredible.
Like
technology.
laptops that are like
You
up
just,
to
you just
par.
do the
you fucking transform them, wop, 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 and then it's fucking a
it's
tablet.
It's not that dramatic.
I mean, it can be if you want it to be.
Go on.
And then it's a fucking tablet.
Yeah,
I think that's awesome.
it is.
I've always wanted one. I don't know for what. I've always wanted one.
I just,
It
I
seems
just-
like one of those things. Like, man, it seems really good in concept.
yeah.
Bro,
I just
How
feel like
would-
because
but-
it looks easy, like it draws you to it.
I have
Yeah.
a Mac
How would I use it?
under my desk, in my desk, that I haven't turned on in 3 years.
That
So why
Mac,
would you want a two-in-one?
that Mac is cooked, buddy.
That's exactly.
That Mac
Huh?
is cooked.
No, it's a 2020 Mac, bro.
Oh,
That shit's fine. There's a 2020 MacBook Air.
That old MacBook that you had in school, and you just put a bunch of coins in it for no reason at all, and then
dude.
the coin, the
In
coin
the
slot,
CD in the CD
slot
tray?
wouldn't open anymore because of how much coins you had in there. How on earth did that computer ever work?
That shit was actually I.
It only worked when it was charged.
All right, the way that I got
this.
this Mac was through AT&T. I have insurance on non-connected devices. I made a claim on that Mac
With the coins in it.
with the coins in it, and they deemed it unrepairable.
English.
English is not my
That's the class I
forte.
got a good grade in.
Holy, yeah, I did. I actually, my girlfriend did all my English homework.
That's awesome.
You could tell, like my high school girlfriend.
I just didn't
probably
do.
did
I
all
just
my
didn't do
English
homework. That's why I did bad in school.
And vocab, forget that, bro. I just showed up the day of like anytime we had vocab homework, I copied it off somebody.
Yeah.
The little vocab books.
How stupid.
Barf. Anyways, we used to do homework on fucking floppy books, bro,
Yeah.
with like tan brown pages.
Yeah.
Kids don't know that. Like, that doesn't exist anymore.
Kids don't know what pen and paper are.
That is true.
That's fuck.
I
Anyways,
mean, I'm just. What do you mean that's true, bro? I just made that crap up. What are you talking
so
about?
I took it to them. I left it overnight.
You think kids don't know what pen and paper are?
You'd be
You
surprised.
think they don't get coloring books in freaking kindergarten?
Do they?
They know take stick that make color to paper.
Because I wouldn't be surprised if in kindergarten now that you get a fucking tablet and then you click what color you want to do and you
Listen,
click the
honestly-
picture and it does that
yeah,
color.
I
Nah.
believe it.
Unless we're
schools
talking in poor areas.
Schools are mad cheap, bro.
If we're talking to like
The Department of Education is
You
doing
can
a great
say
job.
it.
Like-
What kind of areas
poor areas,
that contains what ethnicity?
any ethnicity,
Okay.
anything to do that. That's the only way we haven't hit, brother.
No, we've hit racism already.
Did we?
We've hit racism and misogyny.
We've hit 4 of them.
Where did you guys do racism? Because I wasn't there for that.
Literally when I started off saying that I'm a black member.
Oh,
Not even 2 minutes in.
I was not here for that. I was so mentally checked out. It's so doomed. Oh my god.
This is what's gonna go as the Lost Archives. This episode's never coming out.
I'm dropping it, bro. I don't care.
Might as
Whatever.
well.
We get flagged and fucking canceled. It was over before it started.
Yeah.
We'll just scrap everything and create new personas.
There you go.
Might as well just go all in right now.
We could just be VTubers podcast.
No,
No,
I think VTubing is cringe.
I don't want to go down that road. Yeah, where were we?
You still never told a story of like, okay, so Sam got into the movie and then he told you the story.
No, Matt got it. That was it. Matt got into the movie finally.
I said Sam, I meant Matt. Sorry.
Yeah, I know you meant. Matt
Thank
got
you.
into the movie, and when he finally was able to come and sit down again, pants fucking bulging with candy. He was telling the story. He was, and that's when he was like, "Man, I should have just told him I have autism." And we already segued off of that. We talked about how it's a good. You probably would have
Just
worked.
erased the past few minutes out of my mind. I just didn't. I just didn't.
You,
Just
brother.
didn't need to be there.
Where are you?
You think? So you think?
I'm so sorry.
You think? I know theater prices are really expensive for all their snacks for no reason at all. Do you think that's morally acceptable? Because
The
it's
fuck-
not
Fuck
stealing.
no. Fuck
But you're
no.
breaking rules.
Taking candy to the
You
movies
break-
instead of buying it there?
Breaking rules? No. I think it should be allowed. They have to understand how that their fucking prices
Oh, okay,
are overpriced.
wait, hold on. He's like double negativing here.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out. He's like, yeah, no, I don't disagree with that. Maybe.
Okay,
Is
the
that what I-
question is, Sam.
Okay.
I'm gonna say it for you again. Do you think it's morally acceptable to take your own candy to the theater?
Yes.
Okay, I
Yes.
agree.
I think it is. Because even the
It is-
employees
if
should
they
know.
charge fair price, and like no one would do. No one would go through the inconvenience of
Do you
bringing
think
their
they
own
lose
snacks.
more money because people do it, or do you think, like, if they
You think
brought
they
the-
make enough money because it's expensive? that
okay,
mitigates the
if they
damage?
brought the prices down to match prices anywhere else outside of the theater, do you think that they would end up making more money? I think so.
I think they
I
would
think
make more
so.
money.
right, because
yeah.
it would.
Because
it
then
would-
more
because
people will
then-
buy snacks at the movie theaters and
Yeah.
not bring their own snacks in.
right.
No,
Do people?
because people just like, oh yeah, cool, things are affordable, but I don't want to wait in the line of 5 or 6 people because I'm
Yeah, like,
inconvenienced by this
well,
nothing thing.
You see what I'm saying? And how many people actually sneak snacks in?
Most people.
Yeah.
You think
Anyone who wants to have snacks at a theater, I think 6 out of 10 people.
you think
bring
it's
in
the greater
snacks.
percentage of people?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Now, if
ton.
there's things you can't sneak in,
I can't see it. 40.
if there's things you can't sneak into the movie theater, then like me, like when I go to movie theaters, I like to get nachos. Can't fucking sneak in nachos.
You haven't tried hard enough.
That's fair. That's diabolical. I don't know what you're cooking over there.
You just look. You didn't hear it from me because I haven't done it, but I've witnessed it.
Is your mic too far from your mouth?
No, I don't think so.
All right, you're good.
I've witnessed it. You ever been to a Michael's and they have like those styrofoam, bunch of like different shapes of styrofoam?
Yeah.
There's like a sphere. Imagine a sphere that's hollow. Half of it's cut out, so it's hollow, right? Take a chick, she puts it under her shirt. Now there's like a hollow space in her shirt. Put whatever in there. She looks pregnant.
Ah.
You were still trying to figure out what the fuck was going on.
I was.
All right.
I was actually.
Big bowl. Put whatever in bowl. Put under shirt. Make it look like big belly.
At first, I thought you were going for the titty section. That was where my mind was going to.
Singular large breast.
Breast cancer. Breast cancer.
Ask me about my breast deformity, bitch. Watch how I spin this block real quick with the stick.
I would do what Matt did. Just take the bag of candy, and I'll just go to the guy. Oh, will you let me in? And he'll say no. And I'll look at the camera and be like, they don't know I watched this TikTok. I have a gun.
Whoa.
all just to see Mufasa with his own snacks. That's insane. Not I have autism. It's I have a gun.
I have a gun.
It's your life for my snacks, pig.
This just
It's my life worth these snacks or not.
this got dark quick.
Holy shit.
It's a meme. Relax. They're not supposed to actually have the gun.
I know. That's how you end up getting shot yourself, bro.
Absolutely.
It's like have you ever seen the videos of like people that go rob gas stations and then the guy behind the counter has a gun and then they start it's a fake gun. It's like, bro, you're getting shot at. It's like it's a fake gun. Like, bro, I don't care. At that point, I don't care what you're saying, bro. Like, I'm unloading.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched like one of those public court cases of someone who killed someone in self-defense with a gun when they were like being robbed at gunpoint? Have you ever seen like the stupid ass conversations they have there?
No.
Nah, I
It's
actually haven't.
How did you know he was gonna shoot you? He was only threatening you, guy. At what point can I distinguish it's a threat or an action?
Actually, I saw
When he
That's
shoots
true.
and I'm dead,
And-
there's
That's
no
true.
point
And
that I
yeah.
can see that.
I just got back on Twitter recently because I've been following like a little bit of crypto stuff. I'm about to delete my Twitter again. I fucking hate it there. Every day, no matter how hard I try, all I see is fucking the most obscene shit on my TL. And the other day, I saw a guy
What's
it's-
TO?
timeline.
Timeline.
I thought you said
You're-
oh.
You're that disconnected, brother.
I've never had a Twitter account.
You've never
I
had
haven't touched
any social
Instagram
media.
since 2016. I haven't touched Snapchat since probably around the same time.
Holy
The
fuck.
closest thing to social media I have are Discord and YouTube.
Wow.
You don't have a Facebook either?
So the
I had one when it came out, and I was like, oh, everyone's making it. And I was like, oh, this is stupid. And I stopped using it.
so the,
My,
the
my accounts still exist out there somewhere. I just don't use them.
What
I
about
haven't
what's
used
it
my
called?
Facebook since middle school.
What's one we had? MySpace.
MySpace
Nope.
was a banger. My
MySpace
background
actually was a banger.
MySpace was a banger. My background was doing weight at Marquette.
You all know, there's a reason I didn't have
Also
a MySpace.
aged myself a little bit there.
There's a reason I didn't have a MySpace.
You know what? I'll never say you're racist again.
I'm not racist. I'm not. Stop it.
That's
man.
irrelevant to what he does or doesn't call you. The truth doesn't matter here. It's what people perceive as the truth.
Fuck.
The reason
Anyways.
I couldn't make a MySpace account is because when everyone's telling me about it, I'm like, oh, cool, I'm going to go make one. I went to the site to sign up. It asked me for an email. I'm like, I'm not adult enough to have an email. So I just gave up.
That's fair. That's fair. I don't.
Back then it was simple, bro. Like
It wasn't simple to me. I was like, how do computer?
no, that's what I mean. Like back then it was simple as in like what could like deter you from shit.
Yeah.
Like it was so easy to just get deterred by I don't have an email. You had to pay for email back then.
No, he did not.
Yes,
Did you have to?
If you had an AOL email, you had to pay a subscription to have email with them.
I had a Yahoo. Yahoo email.
you didn't have to pay for, but there were certain emails like you
That's
had to pay
interesting.
for.
Damn, I didn't know that.
I had the same issue with MapleStory. It's just like, oh man, I want to play this game because my cousin told me to play it and it looked real cool at his house. Oh, it's asking for an email? Man, why does so many things need this thing? I'm not an adult yet. It made me mad. I was gonna laugh so hard to be broke the other
And
day.
car just started.
They're probably stealing mine or something. Oh, it is USPS. It is the mail.
All right, cool.
They,
Echo.
they straight piped to the USPS.
Yeah, yo, that shit sounded loud as fuck.
It
I was
did.
like,
Sounded
oh,
louder than my car.
what is that? I mean, you drive
drive a Mustang.
You drive the worst version of the Mustang ever released.
The electric Mustang?
No,
No, actually, the electric Mustang is probably better than what he's got.
No.
is it
I think so.
the Eagle Boost?
Probably.
Damn.
You know what they're doing in a lot of electric cars now? They're doing.
We never finished where we were.
We never do.
You're
Yeah,
right.
we
Do
never
you
do.
finish?
Are you done with your movie theater story?
Every time. Yeah, wait. Every time. Actually.
So what did Matt say to the guy when he walked in?
He said, I have a gun.
But I'm also autistic. But I'm also autistic. I might not know how to use this.
So apparently, in a lot of electric and hybrid cars, they'll fake the engine rev sound.
Yeah, it's
And they'll-
all
and
it's
they'll do it-
audio through the speakers.
Yeah.
My Lexus, although my Lexus did sound fine on its own, did have audio through the speakers.
Speakers have audio.
No, you fucking idiot. Engine audio.
What? I don't get what's the appeal of like making that fake sound. Just make the car make the real
It's a
sound.
dopamine rush. It just makes you feel good to hear the car go loud car. I'm just making.
Yeah, but then when other people hear it, it sounds like a fucking like nothing. It sounds like nothing.
Well, you think it doesn't actually sound like nothing.
It sounds like
It's so
nothing.
fun.
You ever hear an electric car go by? It sounds like
Yeah.
a freaking shopping cart.
Okay, wait, no. When I'm talking about like my Lexus specifically, like I had a 6-cylinder engine.
Okay.
It's a 3.5 liter engine. Like it sounded like something driving by, brother. I can promise you that.
Can you say that, but in English?
It had a bigger engine than normal cars. Your Maxima has a very similar engine.
Oh, that's interesting. My car does go burr. It does a good job.
You don't drive your Maxima anymore. It's not your car.
I don't. I drive the
Oh.
2012 Honda Civic. Stock.
Elite car.
Elite car? No. The 2011 Civic SI is elite
That car is elite.
So is this one.
with the red SI.
I mean, if I turn this into a toy car, yeah, but it's just like it's just
It's
not
too
worth
much
putting the
work.
money.
Like,
it's
who's
just not
doing
worth
that?
putting the money.
Who's
into.
building cars anymore?
A lot of people.
Yeah, a
At
lot of
our
people.
I
age,
think
you
I think
idiots.
more people now than before.
At our age, a lot of people are still building cars. You'd be
No
surprised.
way, bro.
Yeah.
That's like an early 20s. Like,
Nah, man.
Nah,
Like-
bro. I think a lot
name
of people.
2 people you know building a car right now.
Dio.
Dio's not building a fucking car. That doesn't count.
Is he not?
I love you, Dio. No.
I thought he bought the what is it, an Acura?
He bought his Acura and he's done things to his
Yeah,
Acura.
Yeah, but the Teggy comes built in like enough. He's never gonna rebuild that engine.
No, not rebuild the engine, but he is modding the car.
Modding a car and building a car are different.
You talking about building a car like
From
from
scratch?
yeah,
If you're gonna turn that Civic into a toy car, you have to rebuild everything under the
like
hood. That's
like
a rebuild.
from
That's
engine
a
to
build.
everything.
Yes, bro. That car needs a full rebuild.
Oh, then at our age,
because
then no.
if you want a toy car, then you're gonna boost it, right? If you boost it, you have to rebuild the transmission.
no
But to
one our
rebuild the
age has
transmission,
the
you have to
money for
rebuild.
that.
Yeah,
the
no one
engine.
our age has the money for that.
We're not talking about passion, bro. We're talking. It's not about lack of interest. It's just lack of money. More passion, more energy. But a lot of people our age are doing the closest thing of modding their cars.
Yeah,
I see a lot of modded cars. A lot of them are really dumb. But I see a lot of modded cars out there.
I mean, no, but that's what I'm getting at. Like nobody's building cars right now, bro. Who has the extra bread to build cars for fun? I'm talking like for fun. Obviously, people do it like to flip them and whatever as a business. But for fun, bro, no, I don't know anybody our age is still building cars.
no.
The economy is tough. Which goes back to my supervillain plan of accelerating global warming. How do you think that would affect the economy?
I'm not talking about economics right now, bro.
Oh, but that's
Actually,
what you studied.
Macro, yeah, macro and micro were my 2 least favorite fucking courses, and I took accounting courses. So like, think about that. They were so boring. I could sleep through my macro and micro classes. Like,
Can you name a class that you couldn't sleep through?
yeah, psychology,
You couldn't sleep through?
theater. Yeah, why would I sleep through those classes? They were fucking entertaining.
Yeah, a theater. I wouldn't sleep through. Theater.
Actually, finance. Both of my finance courses, I loved. Marketing, what I loved. My marketing teacher was as cool as my intro to psych teacher. As cool. He was like the lead marketer for like Douce, which is Jay-Z's cognac, I think something like that. For Grey Goose. He had been on like these crazy projects. He
A lot of words. I don't know. Can you
yeah,
translate?
whatever, like a
I don't
bunch
know.
of cool
I'm like
shit.
kind of like I'm hearing words, but like I'm trying to
Say
process
one
them.
ear out the other.
Kind of a little bit.
I'm glad we're on
I
the
heard
same
I
page.
heard
Whatever,
Jay Z, and then I heard cognac in the same sentence.
Yeah, and I was like, what is? What is?
And
He
then
said-
as soon as he said that, I thought about the LeBron James Hennessy.
Imagine if this guy
Some of
was
these freaking
the guy who
famous-
did did the
people
marketing
alcohol.
program for like LeBron's Hennessy. I brought her to give me love, and she went and sat with fucking Nathan. The
You
betrayal,
bro. That's
you
just
little
how.
rats.
That's just how it works, bro.
I'll put you out on the street.
You
I
ignore them
I
and they
fucking
come to
swear.
you.
She don't pay rent here.
You ignore them and they come right to you. You give them a little bit of
Everybody
attention.
that doesn't
and
pay
they
rent
get
in this
hooked.
house is getting thrown out on the street. I swear.
They think it's all the ladies.
Yeah.
I mean, he's about to be a 2-woman man, so
Bro, I got way too many women in my life, dog, and I got one more on the way.
crazy. What are we doing, bro? What are you cooking over there?
I got my mother-in-law.
Oh,
got
I
my
was saying,
dog.
bro, on my timeline on Twitter, we were talking about guns. Bro, I saw this video, and it was like road rage. Guy pulls up, like, cuts somebody off, right? Puts his car in park, hops out the car with his like gun, his handgun. He walks up to the other guy's window, bangs on the window with the gun, right? Bangs on the window with the gun, puts the gun down, switches hands, and starts pointing at the guy with his bare hand, gun in the other hand. When he goes to point at the guy, bro, the other guy in the car just took his gun out and shot him in the throat on my fucking timeline. And I'm like, oh my God. But also, like, are you?
Twitter doesn't just like automatically take stuff like that
No.
down.
No, they
So you just
don't.
watch some dude die on Twitter?
Yes.
They
That's
show a
incredible.
lot of that on Twitter.
Bro, and I'm telling you, I'm about to delete it because whenever I see stuff like that, I flag it. I'm like, bro, like I don't want to see this. And no matter how
Yeah.
much I flag, bro,
It kind of makes me uncomfortable to see that, to be honest.
it does. Ooh.
Yeah,
Let's not
I'm-
get deep. I don't want to get deep, bro.
I'm
We're
all
having a
about
fucking blast. here.
Elon's thing about like, yo, free speech, let anyone say what they want, but you can't just be posting freaking people dying.
Dude,
bro.
it's bad.
Oh, you'd be surprised. They posted that whole
It's-
I don't want to get into it, but they posted the whole Hamas Israel thing.
Dude, no. Let's not even go there. Don't.
Yeah.
I've seen some crazy shit. I saw this one girl. Like imagine they're at like Las Olas, right? And the streets are pretty empty. And she pulls up on one side of the street, hops out of the passenger seat of a car, hops out. But I'm talking like she's in a dress, like they were just clubbing. Hops out. There's another girl standing on the other side of the street, leaning on a light pole. Bro, she hops out the whip with her gun, walks up to her face to face. Boom, one girl drops, walks away, all on video, all posted on Twitter. And I'm like, what is this, bro? And she just, and everybody just, nobody runs. Everybody's like, all right,
Normal everyday
Normalcy.
horrible.
bro. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with, like, what is happening? And I've seen some brutal shit. I saw another one. It was a gun range accident.
You don't
Actually,
gotta keep telling stories about how you've seen different types of people die on Twitter, bro.
Yeah, you really don't have to.
Like,
Alright,
like
I
you
can
already,
stop.
I know you
you've
said you
already
didn't want to
hammered
get
it home
so deep
pretty
into
well.
it, but you're
I'm
getting
like
pretty deep
I'm
into
like
it.
trauma dumping because like I haven't talked about this. Like it's
So I see another one, right, about a guy working in a factory and he fell right through the machine. Like, we got it. Horrible.
she's coming for you, Sam.
The fact that you talk about Twitter and you haven't talked about the Twitter porn that comes up on yours, probably.
Nah, I'm innocent.
House.
Innocent.
Are you?
Actually, I don't get a whole lot of that. Everybody gets a little bit. I'd be lying if I said I get none of it, but I just keep scrolling, bro.
So how do timelines work? Is it like a For You type of page or what?
It's like a For You page.
It's like a For You page. It's like whatever
But
you
it-
like, it's
but
gonna
there is
come
no
up more
algorithm to it.
recently on your timeline.
but there is no algorithm to it, so it isn't actually what you like. I can sit there all day and like videos.
Have you
like-
seen a
like-
kid reviewing
Or-
Legos?
No.
And then it's not completely lack of algorithm.
No, it's definitely lack of algorithm, brother.
Bro, then you would see a bunch of random stuff
It also,
entirely.
it also depends on who you follow on Twitter. Whatever they like, also too, pops up on your timeline.
Yeah,
That's horrible.
yeah. So it's like
So if whoever you're following likes some fucked up shit, you're gonna see the same fucked up shit.
It is a little bit of a lack.
Do you
of
see other
algorithm.
people's likes just come up on your feed?
Yeah,
Yeah, you
Oh,
do.
thank God I'm not on that side, bro. I know some devious people. I just don't want to see what they're seeing, bro.
yeah. No, it's
Yeah, no, I don't use Twitter for that reason exactly anymore.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
people
yeah.
would just like,
it's brutal.
yeah,
It's like not a good space.
no, not at all.
The Industrial Revolution and its repercussions on humanity have been. Dude, I think social media has been strictly a detriment to humanity. I don't think there's a well,
Right.
I'm sure there's personally good instances that have come out of it.
Let me tell you something.
I think mostly bad has come out
Let
of
me
it.
come on, mommies. Let me tell you something. You say social media has been a detriment to humanity.
Yeah.
You're not gonna agree with this, but Sam might. I think TikTok is the best social media that's ever happened to humanity, and that's exactly why they're banning it.
I can agree with Xander on that.
You think TikTok is better than Vine?
Way better.
Yes,
I think
Thing
Vine
is-
was a lot more wholesome and funny.
Wholesome and funny, but
was
you don't have
more
TikTok.
wholesome. Yes,
You don't have TikTok. You don't scroll on TikTok all day, right? Like most of us do. Brother,
It's good for us. You don't scroll in it every day,
Okay.
all the time, like we do. It's like
When-
that's it. That's part of the addiction.
So I don't
You want
go
me to
on it
get
all
wait?
the time.
You want to mock me? You want to get serious? When I was suicidal early last year, you know how I fixed my fucking brain? I looked it up on TikTok, and on TikTok I found every natural remedy
Yeah.
you could help
Basically.
like balance depression. Now you can balance your fucking brain. Everything I take, I found
Yeah.
it on fucking TikTok.
Yeah, there was at one
the
point.
lion's mane, the 2 types of magnesium I take, the fact that everybody's vitamin D deficient, and when you take vitamin D, you
Yep.
should take it with K3 because it helps your body absorb it. I found that all on
Yeah,
TikTok.
there was at one point I was using TikTok like Google. I would, if I had to look something up, I will go to TikTok instead of Google, and
go
it gave
look up
me
the same
probably
information.
a better answer than Google would have.
You go look up the same information on Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram, and they're gonna better help. They're gonna send you to a psychiatrist or a psychologist so you can go get medicated. None of that shit comes up on TikTok.
And the
ever.
good part about it is they give you videos of like how you can fix it, like not even just words like how Google would.
Everything.
They give you videos.
No bullshit. Like I'm talking, and that's not the only thing. Like how did I take my fitness to the next level when I did? I found it on TikTok. Real wholesome gym influencers who cared, who wanted to tell you how diets should be, like what foods are good for you, what foods are bad for you. How have I learned what foods like? It wasn't until TikTok that I learned that you go buy cereal, right? Let's say you want to go buy cereal and you want to go buy a healthy one and it's advertised as healthy. All the healthy ones are also owned by the same companies, right? That make all the bad ones. And they're actually bullshit. They're bogus.
So I'm cutting out all that crap.
Right. So it's like, bro, hair products, shampoo, conditioner,
Yeah.
all that stuff. Bro, and I've learned that all on TikTok. It's the best resource because it's not censored in the best way. Twitter, not censored.
Yeah,
But what do they push? The worst shit.
they do.
On TikTok, they let creators go and be real.
Yes, I do.
Right? When all this shit has happened, like when world events happen, I don't follow a lot of world news stuff because like there is a part of me that likes to be ignorant. Ignorance is bliss, and I try and avoid knowing all the horrible shit happening in the world all the time. Just to balance my brain a little bit. Bro, you want real world news, you want real, like authentic, like reality and like
You do.
bro, that's
Yeah.
where you find it.
True.
That's where you find it. Everything happening in Palestine and in Israel and in Ukraine and Russia, you want the real, like
Yeah.
real deal, what's actually happening.
Yeah.
Not all the bullshit our government feeds us.
TikTok gives it to you.
And that's why they're banning it.
Yep.
Number one, they can't make money off of it, right? Because it's the owner's Singaporean and it's not a US based company. So the money that's being printed doesn't benefit them. And guess what, bro? Millions of Americans make their living on TikTok.
So-
Thousands of small
That is
businesses
true.
have only survived because
Because of TikTok.
because of TikTok.
But TikTok's not being banned as a whole; it's just being banned in America.
Yeah. You're not-
Oh, okay.
It's banned.
So it's
in-
not ceasing existing.
No, but the US market is
Yeah,
so
it's like
huge
the
for
biggest
TikTok
market for it, probably.
that the owner said, no, if you ban us in the United States, we're not selling and we're not relocating and we're not going to continue operations. We're shutting it down. That's it. It's over. We'll slowly shut it down. But the United States wants to push everybody to go back to Meta. So anything Facebook or Instagram,
Yeah, but no one's gonna do that. This is gonna be like, oh, we're just gonna wait for the next TikTok.
right? I mean, it's
Like,
fucking.
how do they,
mean,
like,
it's-
how do they
it's-
not know that?
it's-
There already is an X TikTok already.
Is it?
It's
It's called-
actually
yeah.
it's a real Chinese based app
Yeah.
called Red Note.
Yep.
And it you literally, bro, people, it's crazy. I don't know if I'm this wild. People are going to Red Note and making their username their social security number.
That
Download Red Note.
It's like a big fuck you to United States, bro. Red Note is the most downloaded app in the United States
Yeah, it
on
is.
the App Store and the
Yep.
Google Play Store.
Yep.
For real? Alright.
Yeah, already. And the,
People-
and the majority of
people are-
users
people are
on
making
there.
their usernames their actual social security number.
Some people are, yeah. It's funny.
That's where my cybersecurity specialty comes in, baby. Time to commit fraud.
I mean,
It's a
for-
joke. It's not. I'm not actually gonna do it.
For as cringy as TikTok has been in the past, bro, it developed into this fucking crazy, like beneficial, like social media platform. for
I can see the
everything.
merit of it, but you also have to see the fact that it's freaking just encourages doom scrolling so bad.
Yeah, but I don't
I see more benefit in TikTok than more bad,
to
be honest.
Yeah,
Okay.
because here's the thing, right? Like,
because
Oh,
even
it
like
is.
I
Do you
know
think the
people.
benefit of TikTok itself outweighs social media as a whole?
yeah,
Yeah, I think so.
I think you
Really?
could delete
Yeah.
every other social media off
Yeah.
in the world and only leave TikTok standing, and the world will be a better place.
Okay, that's a strong.
I
stance.
actually think so because
I don't use any of them, so I can't really
Right.
have a.
Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, they're all really manipulated,
Mhm.
right? And you say like, oh, TikTok encourages doom scrolling. So does Instagram Reels.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. No, that's
So
what I'm
does
saying. Like
YouTube
they
Shorts.
they all do that.
So it's like without TikTok, you're still doom scrolling somewhere.
Yes, you are.
You know what I mean? At least you're doom scrolling on a platform that's authentic and isn't abused or manipulated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's how I see it.
And your timeline, depending on what you know, what you want to see or watch, will be like more wholesome.
And bro, and the ban is bullshit. Like thousands of people are losing their livelihood.
Yeah, pretty much.
Thousands, hundreds of thousands of people are losing their livelihood because they're banning it.
Yeah, I don't know. This is probably a bunch of conspiracy theories. That's like the real reason why it's happening, but it's just
I
like
already gave you the real.
it's just an
reason.
undeniable fact that TikTok is just like a really
Do you
good
know the
marketing tool
bro,
for
I
people
can't give you
here
the number.
that is generating money inside the country.
I can't give you the number off the top of my head, but do you know the amount of senators that have a majority stock in like Meta?
86.
I can't give you the number.
I don't even know if there's that many Saturdays.
I don't know. I don't know. But actually, I follow a guy who exposes our government all the time, and he's one of the accounts I'm gonna miss the most. But he can't do what he does anywhere else. He's like, "Well, I'm done."
You can't do it on Twitter.
No,
No, you can't really do that kind of stuff on Twitter.
because it's fake. It's fake. It's fake uncensored. It's fake uncensored. It right. You can on Instagram. You can on YouTube. Like those things
No.
get fucking flagged and-
Immediately.
Bro, and he
Like
went.
this podcast gonna get
He
taken down.
went. It's all public information. He
Yeah.
went and exposed several senators that hold a high amount of stock in Meta, and Meta was just lobbying senators, like paying.
Bro, when are they
paying
gonna make
out-
it so that way?
They lobbied like $10 million worth of money
If you're
to
any
buy
level of
votes
politician, you
on
can't
the,
own
on the
stock.
bill.
When are they
That
gonna
was
make that
crazy.
happen?
Hmm?
When are they gonna make that happen? Or if you're like any level of politician, like mayor, governor, senator, a part of the board, or whatever, you can't own stock.
Never.
You or a direct
Yeah.
family member
Ne-
can't own it.
Yeah.
Never.
I don't think they're ever gonna do that.
Never.
They
How do
have
they
to,
make
bro.
money? They manipulate shit that they
That's what
print
I'm
money through
saying.
the stock market.
Yep.
I trade stock, brother. I trade options. Like they print money with the amount they manipulate our
And just
market.
copy trade what they're doing.
A lot of people do actually. A lot of people. It's called copy. Like you copy market makers,
Mhm.
right? You play as the market makers play. So my strategy is kind of based on playing the way the market makers play already, but that's based on big supply and demand zones and other shit I'm not going to talk about. But it's not easy either because like only they know
True.
and they out manipulate the manipulation. Like it's crazy, bro. So that's never gonna happen. And
You see all this problem, and then you have a problem with my accelerating global warming plan. See, it just doesn't make any sense.
but the thing is accelerating.
I
Global
would solve
warming-
a lot of problems.
I never said I had a problem with your global warming.
That's my guy right there.
Sam,
Presentation.
don't defend him.
I'm not defending. I'm just saying I don't have a problem with it.
I think it's dumb.
Think whatever you want,
I think it's dumb.
but when it's a little warmer, you're gonna be grateful that you don't have to deal with the cold.
When it's a little warmer and your nuts are sweaty as fuck,
Brother, I'm sorry to break it to you. My nuts sweat in 30-degree weather.
I think you should see a doctor about that.
Like, we're having a conversation right now. I'm sweating.
Hey,
My balls aren't. I feel my balls are nice and cozy right now.
are you getting tingly?
No, I wish. We can make
It'd
that
be
happen
really
off
cool
camera.
if we
Though.
diverted this conversation somewhere. So the reason I bring up social media being bad,
Why are we going back? I don't want to go back to a serious topic. We just segued it into Goofy, bro. I want to go back to Goofy.
y'all talking about ball sweating, bro.
Because you brought up global warming, bitch.
Yeah, it was your fault. You're the one.
Yeah,
that-
global warming,
you're
not
a
nut
little
warming. Like, what are we talking about,
Global
man?
warming affects a nut warming.
hotter. You know, like the egg incubators. That's how I imagine. I imagine just like setting my balls in an incubator.
like in Jurassic Park.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like unscrew it like a light bulb and put it in the incubator close.
Yeah, it's like my new chastity belt is just an egg incubator. I think it would work perfectly. You know.
A hard boiled and soft boiled egg.
Yeah, soft.
You gotta have a little bit of that.
Sounded
Don't
kinda
ever make
crazy.
that sound again.
Yeah,
bro.
sounded kind of crazy.
God bless. God bless America.
Actually, he hasn't heard that sound before.
Sam, weren't you asking a question earlier?
You're asking a question.
Was I?
Fuck if I know.
No, I don't remember.
Holy shit.
It-
What, man? Let's kill the silence here. Speak your mind.
You want to talk about your global warming plans more?
I just don't see what the issue is.
Hey, at least think about global warming. One of the biggest benefits is you'll never
You guys don't think it's a scam?
global
Global warming as it is now?
I never really thought about it. There's obviously change in the climate,
Yeah, you can notice
but
it.
the thing is, all right,
No. It's all cyclical.
it could just be a psyops too, and
It is.
could,
It's 100% a psyops.
maybe they can manipulate weather.
They can. I've seen videos of it on TikTok actually.
Yeah, I've seen it on TikTok too.
Yeah,
they talk
where I
about-
think it was like in Spain or something. They manipulated like rainfall or something like that. And
It's in Dubai where it flooded.
There you go. My fault.
So they can manipulate weather to a degree.
to a degree.
Steering hurricanes, I don't know.
What a defense to a degree. You could just add to a degree
Yeah,
to the end of anything and get away with it.
You can.
No, it's still horrible. Don't we shouldn't be interacting with nature to that degree unless you're a supervillain like me.
I only thought of really bad things to use as an example of to a degree, and I kept myself from saying all of them.
Good.
Yeah. I
Good
didn't.
exercise and self control.
Yeah.
You should exercise the same.
I'll try.
Good.
Next podcast.
make sure that the dial isn't red.
It's not.
Okay. he kept the mic here, man.
I forgot what I was even gonna say. Oh, dude, global warming has to be a scam because of all these like super rich people that have these houses. No one would buy houses on the coast. The bank would not give you a loan on a super expensive $1 million house on a coast or on the beach, thinking, oh, the sea levels are gonna rise and freaking take out all these houses.
You know, I
the
wrote a
bank will just
paper-
not give you that loan.
I wrote a paper in ENC 1101. It was a research paper about how by 2035,
What's CNC 1101?
English for beginners.
it's the first English class you take in college.
I just they said, oh, all these letters. I'm just like, well, what class is it? They're like English 1. I'm like, you just call it that. Why do you gotta make it complicated for nothing?
Yeah, you know what? I was the same way. Well, I'm like, why can't you just call it fucking English 101? Why you gotta call it ENC? Fuck is ENC even stand for?
C's not even in the word English. Think about that. What's it supposed to be? Encyclopedia?
We
That don't make no sense. Encyclopedia 101?
just unlocked a whole other level.
Holy shit. Anyways, about how South Florida was supposed to be underwater by 2035.
Yeah, it's like not happening at all.
I don't know.
No.
Maybe.
We don't live in the same world as the emu, bro. We're good.
Back to One Piece, brother.
One Piece is where it's at, bro.
I'm
That's-
excited. I'm excited with the
The
direction
world right
One
now
Piece
is
is
split
going right now.
between Punk Hazard,
Yo, for real. United States, not the world.
United States. Sorry, Punk Hazard right now.
We got the West Coast on fire and we got the East Coast on ice.
Yep.
My cousin in New York came down because
We're
she was
li-
like,
we're living
it's
One Piece
way
right now.
too cold.
Pretty good.
We're living One Piece right now.
That's a big ass Punk Hazard, but yeah.
Punk Hazard's a big island.
Nah.
Pretty big.
Is it one of the bigger islands?
No,
Look
it's
at
not
it.
one of the
No, I
big
don't think
ones,
it's that
but it's
big.
pretty big.
I don't think it's that big.
It's not
gotta
that
be
big.
Smaller. You know what island I feel like when you think about it, it's supposed to be big, and then when you really look at it, you're like, wait, that's small. Dressrosa.
You know what? I can agree with you on there because of the birdcage.
The birdcage, right?
Yes,
When you see Dressrosa like zoomed out because of the birdcage,
it looks small as fuck.
that shit was small as fuck.
Yeah, it actually does look small as fuck.
Blow your mind.
Huh.
Dressrosa is bigger than Alabasta.
No.
Really?
Oda doesn't know how to scale shit.
Correct.
Because
Scaling.
Alabasta is fucking huge.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they showed a bunch of desert literally in Alabasta.
They took
and I'm like,
3
oh my
days
god,
to
this is huge.
cross
Yeah,
to fucking get to Alabasta.
yeah.
Do you think if there was a road, you think they'd get there faster?
Walking the
It's-
same speed? No.
Because no, what? It's because of desert conditions. Obviously, in desert conditions, you're walking much slower.
Yeah, because you have to trudge your feet
More
through the sand.
slower?
Yeah,
Yeah,
More slower.
more slower
And
is
I'm the one
grammatically
that-
correct.
I think you gotta take ENC 101 again, bro.
1101.
1101.
Correction.
Yeah, it's like geometry
I mean-
405, bro. Whatever the freaking dumbass codes are. Apparently, you can just make them up. So
I mean. Anyways, we are living. Is California still on fire?
I think so.
No, I think they put it out now. I think it's
Yeah, because I haven't seen.
because I've
anything.
seen now they're doing like charity concerts and things like that to raise, money for the
All
people
right,
who lost
and
homes.
this,
and
we
the-
don't have to go here, but I need to say it since we mentioned California on fire. These motherfuckers have a problem with immigration, but who helped California?
the Mexicanos.
Who came to save the day? The Mexican firefighters. And when they weren't enough, who else came? The fucking Canadians. Fucking Canadians. This country sucks.
I was gonna say the policia,
I
but
probably shouldn't say that. This is going on YouTube. This country's incredible. I love it here.
What are the 2 states above
My
California?
fucking FBI agent's gonna go crazy.
What are the 2 states above California? It's like what, Oregon and Washington?
Oregon and Washington.
yeah.
So apparently,
Apparently.
they sent firefighters down to California to help. but the fire trucks were turned away because of emission standards.
No way.
All right, I can give you one. even-
Allegedly. Also, allegedly, I don't know. I don't know for a fact.
Is it a s-
I saw this in the ether. The Hollywood sign being on fire is AI generated.
Really?
Allegedly. I don't know. I saw it in
Allegedly.
existence. True or false?
Allegedly.
I don't know. I saw the thought exists.
Allegedly, but not allegedly because it actually happened.
Yeah, I think
All
it
the
actually
water
happened.
reservoirs were emptied months
Yup.
prior.
Weird.
Weird.
So you think it was planned?
Oh, it's a fucking psyops, brother. Hell yeah, it's planned.
Okay.
We can't go down that road because this is going on YouTube. This will get scrubbed and get posted nowhere. We really can't go down that road. If we want any kind of
think it's
viewership at some point, we can't go down
I
that
think
road.
it's less of it being planned.
We might even have to just like fucking post like a funny video of like anime characters dancing or something over this segment.
Nah, it's fine. We could talk about things that exist in life. I think
About
it's
real
less.
life.
I don't believe it's a psyops.
I think it's less that it was planned exactly. It's just more of a bad planning for the future. I think they probably just like emptied those reservoirs for whatever other environmental reason. and
Let's move
bullcrap.
on. Let's move on. I'm gonna say we probably are at like 110 now, right?
111.
All right, I'm gonna move on because there's something we got to cover before we go.
What?
Sakamoto days, baby. Time to segue into our last 15 minutes
Anime
where we get
segment.
to talk about anime
Yes.
and we post, our anime enjoyers.
Yep.
We in the description you will have the little tag so you can jump to wherever you want to go.
Yes.
Sakamoto days.
So they just
How do you feel
have
about it?
superpowers.
Okay, before
So,
we
going-
even get talking in detail, Sam, out of 10, what do you give episode 1 of Sakamoto
First
days?
one. So out of 10 on the first episode that I watched, I give it.
Pause before you say a score. Keep in mind that 5 is average, not 7.
Okay.
Like a regular scale.
An actual scale,
Not a skewed scale.
Skewed scale.
We talk about this when we rate people in attractiveness all the time.
Yeah.
5 is actually average, not 7.
10 is perfect. 1 is the worst thing possible. 5 is average. 7 is just like really pretty good.
7.5. I give it a 7.5 out of 10.
Okay.
Realistically.
If bad?
I think a solid 7.
Okay.
There's nothing particularly wrong with it, but it doesn't do anything particularly special either. The story is good, the choreography is good, but it doesn't do anything like super special yet.
I give it a solid 7.5, maybe an 8. I liked it. I think that the first episode I should have checked
The beginning of the episode just had me hooked immediately.
I should have checked the score. I don't have a phone. One of you guys who has a phone can look
I
at
don't
it.
have my phone on me.
That's fine. I should have checked the scoring. I'm pretty sure it had to have been rated an 8.5 or higher on like every.
I think it got rated at 8. When I saw it, I think it got rated an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Which, I mean, it's fair. I thought it was great. I thought the first episode was good.
Where would you see
Good
the scoring?
animation, good art style.
You can go to Crunchyroll and just check the first episode.
You can.
But
Is it on Crunchyroll?
I would go to my anime list, and I
Yeah.
don't know where people check the score.
I use my anime list.
IMDb, maybe.
I use my anime list. That's where I get all the
See where
scores for
they-
all my animes that I go on.
Yeah. But yeah, I agree with you. I was hooked pretty quickly.
Yeah, I was hooked
As
immediately.
the minute, I will say this, they do when they animate his backstory, the quick little intro to his backstory. Oh, I am this guy, and I was this. The animation for that feels really different than when you get into the actual story.
I can agree with you on
It
that.
does feel different, and that kind of threw me off a little bit because I expected the combat to feel the way the background.
Well,
the
I feel like
backstory
the
felt.
combat later on, like in the show, it was pretty good.
You can talk spoilers.
So
I did a spoiler warning.
the
I
fight that he
obviously
had
we're
in the
talking about
warehouse
the
when he
first
went to
episode
go
here.
save the dude with the clairvoyant power, I thought it was a good fight. I thought it was
I thought
pretty
so
good.
too. I thought so too.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
And even the part, when he spits the when he shoots him and he spits a gumball at him, I thought that was a really cool part. I thought that was sick, actually.
I thought so. I
Yeah.
thought so too.
I don't hate on
And
it.
I know that's like I'm good at using suspension of disbelief, and people look at them, oh, how unrealistic, brother. You're watching an anime. Like,
Yeah,
Like, what do you want?
it's just that.
Show is rated as an 8.04, but I can't find what the episode itself was rated.
We'll take an 8.04.
Yeah,
It's
I'll
only
take it
got
8.04.
it's only
It's
got
only
one
gone on one
episode.
episode so far.
So we'll go with that. I'll find a way to make sure we have
But
that.
keep in mind that might be skewed due to the fact that the anime exists. I'm a big fan of the manga. I'm gonna go and just rate it higher because I know it's gonna be really good. So
Maybe. I don't know.
Could be.
But personally, 7.58 is
I thought it was good. Man, it's getting a lot of hate though because there's people out there, those motherfuckers,
fucking
who
fuckers.
compare it to like Demon Slayer and like Fate Stay, who has like different type of animation,
Yeah.
and they're complaining, oh, it doesn't have this type of animation.
Oh,
I don't
dude,
think
but
it's gonna
like,
be that good.
Those same people that like bro, they're. It's just like it's brain dead. Like they like brain rot. They just want these brain dead like stories and pretty colors. Like they're
Yeah.
like, "Ooh, pretty colors. Like that's all they care about.
Yep.
They want it to be flashy and pretty and like
Yeah,
whatever.
because that's the only thing that'll hook them is their pretty colors.
Yeah, and it's like, bro, like have some depth to your
Yeah,
to
for
your,
real.
like your state of mind, bro. Like I personally I love all the
Been
pretty
talking
colors.
to someone in like the Victorian era and being like, see, you can't appreciate architecture. You only appreciate the stained glass windows because of the pretty colors.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. They're uncultured. These people
Yeah.
are unfucking cultured.
Yeah.
It's like I tell people all the time,
I think stained glass windows are cultured.
they are, but when you like them because they're pretty, not because of the art behind them, it's stupid.
Yeah, kind of.
Because people
Like
don't look at.
there's meaning behind those stained
No,
glass windows.
it's different. It's different because people look at Demon Slayer and say, "Wow, it's so flashy, colors and wow." Nobody's sitting there saying, "Wow, the animation is incredible." The frames,
Like you have two groups of people. You have people who appreciate the animation style, and you have people who appreciate, oh my god,
It's
all
flashy
this
and
color
cool.
adding to the anime.
It's flashy and cool. It's flashy and cool. One thing is, it's flashy and cool, and the other thing is like, wow, these frames are cool. Like,
Yes.
the way they animated this, a
Do you
deeper
think
appreciation.
if you watch Demon Slayer, grayscale would be bad?
No.
Okay.
Like visually, no, because the animation is still good. But
Yeah.
everybody who like the uncultured people, the brain dead people, you put it grayscale and they go, "Oh, this is dog shit."
Yep. You know,
Make it a black and white anime, a grayscale anime, and they'll be like, "Oh, this is dog shit." And I would look at it and be like, "Wow, the animation's still so crisp."
you know, I heard
It's
that
so
even in that
clean.
in the actual world of Demon Slayer, all that effects that they have coming out the
This
source
doesn't
doesn't
exist.
exist.
No, it doesn't. It's fake.
That's bullcrap, bro.
It's fake. None of that is real.
Yeah.
If it's animated, it's real.
Nope.
It exists.
Nobody is seeing that
Supposedly.
but the viewer of the show.
Yep.
I've heard that too, and it's not. I've heard that. It's not like it's truth.
It's the actual truth. I think the curator actually came out and said that
Yeah,
those
yeah,
effects
yeah,
don't
yeah,
exist
yeah.
in that world.
No.
Curator, creator.
Creator.
He said curator, but
Did I?
he did. But it's okay.
Sorry.
Sound like
I was gonna let it ride,
I don't.
BNC
matter.
1101.
But back to Sakamoto days, people have just grown to only like that kind of stuff, right? And I think,
People can't appreciate slower paces.
and it's simpler. It's simpler. Like the fights, the fight choreography, and like the animation style is just a little simpler and simple. It's good sometimes.
Mhm.
Why free run is the ultimate litmus test. If you watch free run and think it's good, then you have common sense. If you watch free run and think it's bad because it's too slow,
I-
then you're an idiot.
I don't know
Litmus
that
test.
free win is the perfect litmus test because it is exceptionally slow.
It is.
Perfect, like,
But at no point is it boring.
but
No,
not
it's
a
not.
perfect middle
It's actually
ground.
not.
Mm,
At no point is it boring.
You've had boring parts in Freeman? Realistically? Like you've been bored at Freeman at some point?
The
never.
reason people call it slow,
Not to me.
one, because of the pacing, and two, because they're not really focused on resolving the A plot, right? They're not working on Naruto saving Sasuke. They're not focused on
Right,
Naruto
right,
becoming
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
a
yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh, we're just gonna we want to go here, but we're just gonna have a good time on the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is I love animes like that. I watched another one called
Delicious in Dungeon?
no, I haven't yet. That's on my list.
love
Wandering
Delicious
Witch,
in Dungeon.
Journey of Elena.
I actually haven't heard of that one.
Oh, it's so good. But it's just like Free Reign, where it's like
It's just slow. It's just
It's-
what her day
it's-
to day is.
yeah,
Yeah.
her day to day. It's this witch. She graduates from witch school. She's 18. She can do whatever she wants now, and she's like, you know what? I don't care to be a witch. I'm gonna use the fact that I'm a witch to just help me see the world. That's
Why
it.
is the fact that she's 18 relevant to your point?
Because that's when you can take the exam.
Okay, good.
To
Turns
be-
18,
become
she
a
takes
witch?
the exam, yeah, to become a witch. And as soon as she becomes a witch, she's like,
I don't want to
well,
be a
I'm
witch.
a witch now. I just want to travel. That's all I care about. I just want to go see the world. And she just starts going from place to place to place.
Yeah, if I learned how to fly, I'd do
Resolving
the same
little
thing.
issues.
Yeah,
that
I'd
she
probably do the
runs
same thing
into.
too. I wouldn't stay in
Yeah.
one place.
She resolves little issues along the way and helps people if she can. And if she can't, she's like, all right, guys.
Fine.
And it's awesome. It's
Yeah,
incredible.
that's how Freeman is.
More or less,
Yeah.
yeah. And like a lot of people can't like really grasp that, like that slow pace. Like, and that's okay. That's why I don't say it's a perfect litmus
Slow
test.
pacing is a good litmus test.
Maybe.
It is. There's some people
Anyways,
who need
I wouldn't say that Sakamoto Days has a slow pace though.
No, wouldn't
Not
say
at
that
all.
either.
I know you said it as soon as we started talking about it. Like you don't like that they're borderline superpowers.
Yeah.
But it's like when did things have to be?
No, no. Okay, so
Explain.
I'm fine.
Explain. I'll
I'm
give
fine
you an
with
explanation.
things
Like
not being like realistic, right? Because it's like a fantasy or whatever. Fine. I mean, it makes sense. Make things colorful and stuff. If the established world power, it's not really established. It's like one episode, right? But if like the general feel of the show is like it's grounded. These are regular people doing regular everyday things. This guy's a really good assassin. And he's just like really quick and really good. He's a man's got stats, right? I can get behind it. It's like an exaggeration of how cool this guy is. Fine. This guy's got clairvoyance though. It's like, oh, it's just like a funny little quirk, haha. Oh no, he's just like straight up reading people's minds. Yeah, this guy just has super. But maybe he's the only one with superpowers, right? And Sakamoto's just like, yeah, I can spit a gumball fast enough to direct a bullet somewhere else. Like, see, that's just not exaggerated. This guy's cool. He just straight up has powers.
Yeah.
It's like, well, he just went a different direction than what you set me up to believe. Feel
I
me?
mean, there was never like as soon as you watch the intro of his background, you should already know like, nah, this guy's different, brother.
No, because you can argue like, oh, it's just really exaggerated. Like, obviously, they're just trying to make it flashy, right? Like at that point, you can't tell. Like, all right, this guy just straight up.
Brother,
has
he's walking down a
superpowers.
Yeah.
hallway, dodging bullets coming down.
Yeah, there's one scene
Yeah,
where
but,
he
like,
goes
you can say the
behind.
same thing about James Bond.
Yo, but there's one scene where he
Oh,
goes to
James
leave
Bond
behind a
is
wall.
cool.
He hits 3 shots and he hits all 3 people behind a wall, mind you, and he doesn't even know where they are. He hits 3 shots and he kills all of them.
It could just be like exaggerated lore. Like you can let it go.
You can.
I don't think that you can give it hate for.
No,
there's just
I'm not
super-
giving it hate. It's kind of
Okay,
just like I
If
feel like it
we're
takes away
4
from it a little
episodes
bit.
in and only one person is clairvoyant and he has that, like fair. But what they're setting up a world, in my opinion, they're setting up a world where essentially what we're gonna get is
Think other people are gonna have powers.
all the best assassins.
Yes, are
are
gonna have powers.
some kind of power.
Yep.
Okay.
And that's why they're the best of the best, right? And you watch the intro, which is pretty good. I didn't enjoy it as much as I thought it was. The OP is okay.
It's kind of flat. It's kind of
Yeah,
like
It's okay.
is
it's
standard.
okay. Yeah, it's okay. It's like
Yeah.
It's not dawned on.
fuck no. I haven't seen an OP like Don Don in a long time. I mean I still don't take the Don Don opening over like Unravel. I'm not letting go, brother. I'm not letting
You
go.
gotta let go of
I was talking to
Unravel,
a friend of mine yesterday. I was like, bro, like Toka's still my girl, bro.
bro. I'm sorry. We are fighting dreamers. It's
Yeah.
up there, bro.
Yeah,
That-
you,
that-
understand.
that-
fighting.
that
You gotta
opening-
let it go.
that opening
That's
is nuts.
that's all a nostalgia pick because Fighting Dreamers
Nah,
is great.
That song is fire, bro.
Fighting Dreamers is great, but it's not even the best Naruto opening.
No,
Good.
opening 16 I think is the best Naruto opening, and we all know which one that is.
What is it?
It's the one with the war arc, obviously. I don't know how the song goes exactly. It's the one where Madara's already taking over. Obito's in it. It's to show the flashback of like Naruto as a kid and then Madara as a kid.
At that point, I was skipping intros and watching Naruto on 1.5 speed because Shippuden was ass.
You gotta go back and watch that opening.
No.
Just
The
the
war
opening.
arc-
Just
I
the
know-
opening.
I know the opening he's talking about. That opening's gas.
Okay, yeah, but the
Do you
war-
agree it's the best opening of Naruto?
No, probably
No.
not. But you have Bluebird and Silhouette, like. And Silhouette is like the most mainstream one, and it's probably not the best one.
So what Bluebird is?
Maybe.
That's what I'm thinking about. I'm trying to remember. It's kind of like it's like not a real full thought. It's like in the back.
You
of my
tell
head.
us what you guys think. Like, what's the best Naruto opening?
You
Wait,
are
I was
my
actually-
friend. Well,
Yeah, that one is fire.
That was a banger.
That
too.
one's a banger
I was
too.
actually,
And the opening like animation for
when
it is
I was
crazy.
talking to my friend last night, one thing we did, we were going through anime openings, like looking up all these throwbacks. You know what banger openings, bro? And like it doesn't get talked about. 'cause
Yes.
it doesn't even exist. Ready? Original Full Metal.
yes.
Yeah.
Original Full Metal
Yeah.
opening.
Yeah.
Dude, bangers.
About
The
openings.
one where like towards the end of
Not-
the opening,
Not the
Ed-
Brotherhood one, right? Not the
Huh?
Brotherhood opening.
Not
No,
Brotherhood
Full Metal
opening.
has
Brotherhood
really
has
good
some
Brotherhood
decent-
opening
good
is really good. The first Brotherhood opening is really good.
1 and 4 are very good. I believe.
Yes.
because I was going through them last night. The third original Brother Full Metal opening,
Yup.
bro, where towards the end of the OP, Ed and Lust are fighting and they fall down. They go down the waterfall and they're fighting across the water.
Yes, I know that.
That opening is
Incredible.
gas, so fire,
Incredible.
so fire. And I found it last night and I was like, dude, I actually found the TikTok.
Did you ever watch the original Full Metal?
Mhm.
Okay.
I watched the original.
I watched
twice
the
and I watched-
original, then I watched Brotherhood because I
Yeah.
didn't know at that time.
So I watched the original when it came out. Then I watched Brotherhood when it came out. After I watched Brotherhood the first time, I was like, this is a 10 out of this is
Yeah,
I went back and watched the original again to see the difference. I still give original Full Metal like an 8.
I still give it a good rating. I just like the ending of Brotherhood a lot better than
Oh,
the
'cause it's a
ending of
full
the
ending.
It's
original.
an actual ending.
It's
Yes,
an actual
It's
ending.
like a story resolution.
Yeah, and like the last half of original Full Metal is very rushed and a little incoherent.
It's a lot of it's very nonsensical.
It's like it got hit in the jaw and it was still trying to put up a fight.
Yeah,
you know?
at one
It
point
was-
they were just going
it
from
was
here to
dizzy.
there, and I'm just like, this doesn't,
Yeah.
it's not fitting.
And
It's
then,
this whole underground city and a convenient elevator that goes
Mhm.
all the way down. It's like,
Yeah.
all right, well, I'm sure people that manipulate the earth on an everyday basis, someone would have seen that by now, right? So,
so
Let me ask you, as a Tokyo Ghoul fan, what do you rank the Tokyo Ghoul opening?
Unravel,
Oh, that is okay. My fault.
10 out of 10.
Okay.
yeah, let go, bro.
Unravel was peak art.
Let's peak.
Is peak.
Peak.
Was?
Was.
But it still is. It holds up. Go watch Unravel. Go watch that
I
open.
watch it right now.
Right, I'm on your spare time. I'll watch it right now. You guys can tell me if you agree or not.
I mean,
Unravel, like
I have a whole,
this song.
I have
is
a whole
banger.
playlist of anime openings saved on YouTube on my phone, literally from
Dude,
different shows.
I'm telling you that opening is like peak shonen opening. Peak shonen show.
But best
Season 1.
best
yes,
shonen
just-
opening?
That's tough because okay.
Man, there's some good Attack on Titan ones, bro.
The first one,
The first
literally.
one and Rumbling.
Yeah.
They're both very good.
and we've seen
okay.
Rumbling live.
I've seen Rumbling live. I like that band.
Yeah.
I saw them again at Rockville because we saw them before we saw DGD, right? I saw them again at Rockville. They're so good. Like I thought it was like maybe it was just like
No.
a cool
It's
little
just
small
so
venue thing.
impactful, bro.
Yeah,
It
it
just-
is. It actually is.
I'm
Punches
talking
you.
about seeing them like in an open space, just open yard. You know, not like this small like venue. No fucking open yard. That shit was crazy. And all the fucking weebs came out. I was like, I was loving it because everybody in the fucking crowd knew that shit.
Yeah.
Everybody in the crowd, like just a bunch of metalheads and
So-
all.
So do you think that
fucking
the Rumbling
furries and-
surpasses Unravel?
No.
In opening?
Mm-mm.
Man, Rumbling has a punch to it, bro.
Dude, but
Because a lot of people know that opening just like a lot of people know Unravel.
I'm holding on to my nostalgia. I'm not gonna let go. No matter what you guys say, I'm not changing my mind. The original Tokyo Ghoul opening is probably my favorite opening of all time. I also am biased. I really like that show. I really like season 1, and although season 2,
I like season 1. I
It's
like
weird.
season 2. Season 3 and 4 is when they just like,
you know, but
I can't.
dude, season 1 and 2.
Season 1 was goaded. Season 2 also too, because you know he had the mask on. I like the mask
and
look.
For me, like,
It's just how season 2 ended. It kind of like
Yeah, I didn't like the way that it ended.
okay, my favorite part of
Season
Tokyo
2 was
Ghoul-
great because they brought up the centipede part,
yeah.
and that part was sick to me.
So okay, one of the things people like I would praise about Attack on Titan is it gave you a main character that was like an anti-hero.
Yeah.
You get me?
But you don't know he's an anti-hero
Right? You don't
in
know
the
it
beginning.
until towards the end.
Yes.
Right? Tokyo Ghoul comes out the gate and goes, "This is your main character," and he's actually what would be considered the bad guy in the story.
do you?
He's not a human chasing ghouls. He's just a fucking ghoul.
Yeah.
He is the bad thing in the verse, you know, and struggling with that. Like he's an anti-hero because now he's trying to do good, but he's also still the bad thing. And like, bro, I love that. I was like, wait, I never like a concept like that, unheard of. It's like if you followed the Akatsuki instead of like the Leaf Village.
Yeah,
yeah, if
much
you fo-
better story.
If you erase all of Naruto,
Itachi's story alone.
yeah, and you just follow Itachi as your main character, like your
Whole
if
better,
Itachi's the MC,
whole
bro,
better story.
show.
Whole
Do
better
you
story.
agree or disagree with Aaron?
I agree with Aaron. I'm on Aaron's side. I'm a Jaegerist till the day I die.
That's tough.
He was doing good
Moment of
in
silence
his
for
own
my dog.
twisted way,
A moment of silence for my dog.
Here's my thing, right? Here's my thing.
There's always another.
but he was
way.
doing good. He was
Had
he
he-
was
had
looking
he-
out for the Islanders.
Sam,
No.
there's always another
No.
way.
Had he crushed Marley, I'm on board. The rest of the world, completely ignorant to everything that's happening here. Why on earth did you try to murder literally everyone else?
Well, his thought process is it happened to us with Marley, but let everybody else live. Whether it's 100 years, 1,000 years, 5,000 years from now, it'll happen again.
Yes, that was his thought process throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, see, you do that to Marley, ain't no one messing with you again, bro.
You think that
You'd be
But his-
surprised.
his thought process. I will say he stood on solid ground when he came up with when he
Stood on business.
stood on business. He had a solid like this is what's got to happen.
Yeah.
Do I
And
agree
he
with
never frayed from that plan.
it? Do I agree with it? No, and that's not true. There are certain moments in the story where you can see Eren, and this is what makes Attack on Titan so great. There are moments in the show where you can see Eren struggling with what he knows he needs to do, right? Because obviously he's got the Attack Titan and he can see the future.
Feels
and
like more than
speak-
once
speaks
Zeke
to the
almost
future and speaks
convinced
to the
him.
past. You know what I mean? Like he's got this future and past, future sight, and then he can see the past, right? And when he's in the cell and Hanji comes to see him, he's struggling, bro. He's struggling. He's like, bro, like
He's literally trying to brainwash himself to get into like doing it.
he's struggling. So it's like I praise Attack on Titan, and it's got to be one of the best of all time, not a mech, because of how well, bro. It's just so written so well.
It's written so well.
all
The
the
part the part
characters.
where he talks to his dad, like in like I still don't even know if he's talking to the past or the future. I still
twist,
don't know.
That twist
He
is
is, he is talking to the past. He's directly affecting the past.
that twist is crazy. That like the way it played out, and they did it well. Like, yeah, is there plot holes? If I dig, I mean, I
If you
found them
can,
before.
if you dig,
There's
yeah, if you
plot
take the
holes.
time to dig, yeah, there is.
But should you? Probably not, bro. Just enjoy the body of work for what it is. Do I agree with him?
Do you like the way that it ended?
I think it was the only fitting ending. I haven't seen I know the entire ending. I still haven't stomached seeing the last 30 minutes.
I don't like it, but for a different reason than everyone else. There's no reason Levi should be there. When Zeke outplayed him and blew him up,
Yeah.
he should have blown him up, and they should have
Yeah.
lived with the repercussion. Oh man, we can't hide behind Levi anymore.
Yeah.
Without Levi being there,
I can
they're
agree with you on that.
not successful.
They
Okay.
should have the Levi should have died.
Okay,
They are
so
not successful in the end if Levi's not there.
Yep.
Unless it gave them some sort of new inspiration to try harder or something, right? But
I agree with you. Levi got crazy plot armor there,
Crazy plot armor.
point blank blown up by
Okay.
all those rods, bro.
but the story is set up to treat Ackermans like more than just regular humans.
True.
Right. We know that. Not only that, I do think that there needed to be an element of plot armor for him because the story, the weight, the gravity of the situation is so great that only a character that was built up like Levi could solve it. Would be the catalyst. You know what I mean?
What are the stakes if we know we have a problem solver?
There's always stakes at all
If
points.
Gojo doesn't get sealed, what are the stakes?
That's different.
Gojo comes
No.
in, solves all the
No,
problems. bro.
but
Yeah.
Gojo's
True.
fucking universe level. Gojo was overwritten.
If Kakashi's
No.
not there to fight Zabuza, how do they solve that? We have the problem solver.
But that's different. That's like setting the world. We're talking about different levels of this right here. Like
So
We know Levi solves all the problems all the time.
no,
So-
no,
That-
no,
how do we
no,
solve
I
problems?
feel like
no,
I feel like
no,
I feel like if-
hold on, wrong, because Levi failed to kill Zeke already once. Right?
True.
Levi is not a rock solid problem solver. Every scout sacrificed their lives. Mine is fucking Flock. Fuck that hoe.
fuck flock.
Sacrificed their lives, right? So that Levi would have a chance to kill Zeke, and he failed.
You ready for this? Levi kills Zeke, they fail. He can't kill Zeke there.
Why?
Because they don't get the information that they get from Zeke about the whole plan, and Aaron doesn't get educated by Zeke about all. Because Aaron, from there, Zeke and Aaron talk,
Okay.
and Aaron gets educated about the whole plan
Okay.
and everything.
So
If they don't talk to
for
Zeke,
the overarching story, you
Uh-huh.
would say that Zeke needed the plot armor right there.
no, because Zeke didn't live an event that should have killed him.
He did.
Levi made a choice to not kill him. The other way around, when Zeke goes to kill Levi,
Wait.
Levi made a choice not to kill Zeke. Wait, are you crazy?
when he
Zeke
took,
just killed everybody.
Yeah.
Levi did not choose to
when he
let
took
Zeke
Yeah.
him,
live.
when he took him out of the Beast Titan, when all the horses and all these people died, and like Zeke was throwing all the rocks
Yes.
at them, Levi made the choice: I'm not killing this guy because he's more valuable if we have more information from him. Obviously, Levi was in a position where he could have done it.
Okay,
He
but
chose
ends
not
up
to.
getting his plot armor, and the
That's not-
Carter
that's not-
Titan comes
no.
and saves him.
Yes. Yes.
He's still
Later, yes, yeah, that's fine.
not later. That happens immediately.
Yeah, that happens right there.
Oh,
Literally.
immediately.
Yeah.
The car cannon gets right
The
The
there.
car-
Cartine
the
literally
Cartine just
saves him.
fucking
Yeah,
shows
literally
up.
saves
Saves
him
him.
right there.
I'm misremembering.
Right then and there.
Because that's when Levi they get away and Levi's off.
Levi has the
frustrated,
sword in his
goes
mouth.
back-
Literally.
Yes, and goes back.
At that point, Levi could have just stabbed him in the neck and killed him. Like
Right,
Zeke
True.
didn't
But-
defend
but
himself.
True.
He made the choice at that moment to not
Zeke
kill
for the
him.
Story needed the plot armor,
Yes.
the Card Titan showing
Yes.
up in that moment.
Because Zeke,
So in which case we can then agree that Levi needed the plot armor for the overarching story.
yes, Zeke had a bigger role to
Got
play
caught in your
later
own
on
trap, brother.
in Aaron's story too.
Call what Zeke had plot armor, bro.
Stuck in your own
Levi,
No.
web.
Levi made a choice.
No, it's
If
Zeke,
there's
when
no
he go-
plot armor there, Levi's outrage, he just kills him. No hesitation. Levi is that guy. No hesitation. But there needed to be some kind of plot armor
Yes.
to keep Zeke
yes,
alive.
because if not, he and Aaron couldn't meet up and do the whole plan that they had
The
set in
rest of the
place.
story
It
doesn't
would have been
happen
fucked.
if Zeke
Yeah,
is dead.
it would have been fucked. There would have been no story after.
And then you just wrote this crazy story. And if you kill off Levi, which we can agree that he had plot armor, but if you do kill off Levi, you can't resolve the story you just wrote. So you have to keep him alive.
Yeah, you do.
I think if you're a better writer, you solve it. I'm not saying they're a bad.
Not everybody's been writing for 25 years,
I'm not
brother,
saying they're
and
a
has
bad
the
writer.
ability to retcon and write on the fly.
I'm not saying they're a
I'm
bad
sorry.
writer.
Not everybody is
I'm
Oda.
saying. So what's the?
Not
what's-
every story
okay,
has an Oda.
Okay, that's fine.
True.
What's the point of blowing Levi up if he's still gonna be relevant later? Don't put him in a situation where he blows up.
Yeah, but it jars emotions.
It does. Like one of the most beloved characters of the show, almost dies.
It was a great end of season point.
Yeah.
Like it jarred a lot of emotions. It put people on the edge of their chairs.
It did.
That's like a
You know what?
That's-
You know what would
that's-
have done exactly that?
That's-
Hanji in that swap Levi out for Hanji. Tell me it doesn't do the same thing.
no, it doesn't.
You're
It
crazy,
doesn't.
bro.
It actually
The
doesn't.
weight is not the same.
Y'all crazy, bro.
Hanji wasn't. Look, Hanji lives. She's not changing the story.
Mm.
I love Hanji. That's my girl, bro. I love that character.
You're mad crazy if you don't think Hanji changes the story, bro.
Hanji's not changing the final fight. Hanji being alive doesn't change the final fight. You swap Hanji and Levi, and like Hanji's not doing that.
If you take Hanji out in that moment, they don't make it to the balloon later when she sacrifices herself.
You think Hanji delayed the Titans at all?
Yeah, absolutely. She made them trip over themselves. Seconds matter. In that situation, seconds matter. She bought seconds.
I
That's
don't
arguable,
know.
bro.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hanji was just ready to go, bro. That was her
Yeah.
glorious gone.
So you think she
That's-
died for nothing then?
Yes.
Oh, you're crazy, bro.
The majority of the fandom believes that.
Yeah.
The majority of anime enjoyers
Yeah.
period believe that.
I was gonna ask you. I
So
was like,
Levi
or
lived
not?
for nothing and Hanji died for nothing.
Kinda.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you feel like Erwin died for nothing?
No. Erwin did exactly his job.
Yeah, his character,
Exactly
his
his
character fulfilled perfectly.
Had
I don't believe Hanji's character fulfilled
Do you
perfectly.
think-
Erwin
do you think-
lived
yeah.
and become the giant titan, things would have been way different, bro. Erwin was.
It would have changed the whole story.
It would yeah.
Yeah.
Because then Hanji doesn't need to step up to take control. Levi doesn't become as more independent than he already was. It couldn't have
Anyways.
been Erwin.
Sakamoto days.
That's crazy.
We haven't even.
That's
talked
how
about
bad
it.
that show is. We go talk about another show. Sakamoto Days is
Nah.
now playing.
Back on track with Sakamoto days because we can talk about Attack on Titan for a while. And I'm enjoying
can.
it, but I know we're at like an hour 25.
38.
38.
We had some like time in the front to like cut out because of
Yeah, you could cut off that silent part too that we had to.
No, we're not cutting any of that shit out.
No.
Sakamoto days. I'm looking forward to the rest of it. I
I am.
firmly
Me
believe.
too.
I firmly believe that there's a lot still to see. I do also believe that the supporting cast is going to be crazy. I know one of the things you didn't like, and I've heard it from more than one person, is that he doesn't really talk. Like that's
I don't like that he
that's
doesn't talk.
weird. And I think that the point of that is because although the show revolves around him as the main character, I believe that what's really going to draw people is all the supporting characters.
Yeah.
I believe that this is a show
Then he's
that-
just more of a plot device than a character, man.
which is okay. The
Oh.
show's named after him. He's gonna be the plot
Yeah.
device, and it's gonna be about all these supporting
If
characters.
you think about it, it
and
shows
how
how hard ass and how badass he is because he doesn't even have to talk. That's how much of a fucking sick assassin he is.
He's got a wife and a child, bro. There's no way he don't talk.
Yeah. But I mean,
I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
he talks. You've heard him talk. He talked at the end of the show.
He says like maybe one line, but generally he's mute. It's
Yeah.
like,
well, we
But-
don't know that whether he'll talk.
maybe
more or
yeah,
less.
maybe later, right?
You know, maybe it was just for dramatic effect for the first episode.
Yeah.
It was a good setup episode.
It was.
and I love that.
Like it was a
and the
good
whole-
it was a
And the
good
whole
intro
thing that-
episode.
Is that like, oh, he was a super crazy assassin back then, and now he's just like a fat and jolly guy with a family? Bro, fat and jolly, you gotta be talking to be fat and jolly, bro.
You just sit back,
Yeah.
relax, and enjoy it.
You ever,
bro.
you ever met a fat quiet guy?
Yes.
Yeah, I actually have.
Yeah, I'm talking shit. So have I.
Yeah,
About
I
it.
think if anything, they're more quiet because they're fat.
Yeah, they're just jolly. They don't got
Yeah.
nothing to say. They're just happy to be
Yeah.
happy, bro. Look at Snorlax.
They're just happy to be included. What'd you say?
Look at Snorlax, bro.
Crazy.
Motherfucker don't do nothing but eat, sleep, and chill, bro.
True. And he's an iconic Pokemon.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
I think
who out there doesn't
it-
know fucking Snorlax?
That's what I'm saying. I think it's gonna be great. I have a lot of hope for it.
Yeah.
And I honestly, from the opening, just the character designs are gonna be.
I think it goes down. Honestly, I know it's very early. I think it goes down as one of the top anime of the year.
Oh, it might be anime of the year.
Let's
Well,
see.
I forgot Solo Leveling.
Solo
exists,
Leveling exists.
which we can't talk about because Nathan's not caught up on Solo Leveling. So we'll have to
Kagurabachi might
cover
come
it.
out this year too.
If Kagurabachi comes out, now we're really cooking.
Yeah,
I think it's supposed to. Though.
it's supposed
Isn't
to
it
come out
already
like near
announced?
winter.
Like
They already got the studio that Wit Studio, the one that did I think the last season of Attack on
Wit-
Titan.
Wait did the first two seasons of Attack on Titan.
I'm
and
sorry.
Wait is doing the One Piece.
I'm sorry, Wit Studio did Spy
Is
Family,
it
right?
doing the One Piece?
Uh-huh. I'm pretty sure you can.
Wit Studio
fact
did
check
Spy
it.
Family, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're cooking, bro. Wit Studios doing D1.
I mean, it sucks that it's not Toei, but you know what I mean.
And they're doing
It
Kagurabachi.
sucks that it's not Toei. Toei has been asked for so long.
It's Toei.
Yeah,
I
we
don't-
actually
they
have.
haven't grown with us.
Yeah, we have. We
They
have.
haven't grown with us.
They haven't grown.
Not till Wano.
Yeah, deadass. Wano came out during COVID, I think, and it just ended. I think the end of last year.
They started popping off with animation in 2018.
Yep.
Animation didn't really just start getting flashy until like a couple years before like Wano started, and then they were like, "Oh, we gotta turn this shit up,"
Mhm.
and they fucking did. They
did.
gave you what you wanted.
They did. They didn't disappoint. They did disappoint.
Toei, we grew with Toei,
Yeah.
bro, and they grew with us.
They didn't disappoint. To be honest with you.
I'm gonna miss Toei. That little fucking bear thing with the hat in the opening. I fucking love that little guy.
What's that thing anyway?
A capybara? Fuck if I know.
red panda? I don't know.
Might be a red panda.
It's some sort of like fox
is that-
bear
Is that
thing.
racial?
What's
A
racial?
little bit.
You just
missed it.
assumed it was a red panda.
It's a similar color.
Maybe
It's not
not.
a racial
Maybe not
thing.
racial.
Yeah, but I'm alluding to like they're like
Yeah. You're trying to find the racial aspect of it. We've gone past that.
It's because you're always doing it to me, you bitch. Whatever, man. Honestly,
You guys work together? That's impossible, bro.
oh, dude. Honestly,
If I were the
Sam
boss,
is the
I'd quit.
best addition to the team that we've ever had. I love it at work, but we gotta wrap it up. We do.
Was it Christmas?
No, it's time to go to my bedroom, so we gotta wrap it up. We did promise a human centipede earlier.
Kind
I
of
think-
wild that the podcast like that.
That's what I'm thinking, right? Like we had it going so good, and then that
You
that's
got
the
this
end.
far and you heard that? Drop a exclamation point in the comments below. Just an exclamation point. Let me know. I want to see if people really. It's shock value. I want to see if people really got this far. We had a blast setting this up today. We had a blast doing this.
Yeah.
Sam, how do you feel after recording?
I
your
feel
first
good.
episode?
This is a
Yeah?
great episode. I feel like
Yeah. You want to come back and do more?
absolutely.
All right. Can you come back and do every single one?
I probably can.
All right.
My days off depends what day you guys doing it.
Well, we always do it on Thursdays. And
Then
you're
yeah.
always off on Thursdays.
Yeah.
So,
Stars have aligned.
you got your wish early. They're taking TikTok from me, so how am I even supposed to like blow up the podcast like I wanted to?
Do the Chinese one, bro.
Yeah, just do the Chinese one. Get a head start on the Chinese one already, bro.
Maybe.
Get it
Yeah,
out to the
now.
Chinese
We gotta
audience.
start clip farming. We gotta start breaking this down. We need to
Oh
find.
no,
an
we got
editor.
some clips. Don't worry.
Yeah.
We got clips.
We
on
got
that.
some
Yeah,
clips.
we do.
Don't worry.
Anyways, I'm gonna wrap it up here, guys. Thank you for watching. We appreciate you as always. This is Bill, the Tilt Express podcast. Sam, the Jam, the Big Drink, and Xander. I don't got anything cool to me. My name.
Not
and
yet.
Achilles slept with us the entire time. That little guy. You guys be good. I'll catch you in the next episode of the podcast. Nice.
Bro, my ass hurts like crazy.
My ass.